Hi everyone, how are you? How is everyone? I went and I gathered a bunch of stuff for our junk journal. And hi Tris, hi Misty, hi Carla. How are you? How are you? I've got my mess going on. I got my mess going on. I got my big mess going on. Because you know me, I can't create without a mess. So, how are you guys? Let me check the volume of my. I'm good. I'm good. My girl didn't get to come home. I'm a little bit sad. Hi, Pat. Everybody's sending you hi. I'm a little upset because she didn't get to come home. You know, she snowed in Boston, so that's a whole other thing. How have you guys been? Hi, Cassandra. I know, right? It's kind of a bummer. But I'm trying not to focus on it. So I said we'd make a junk journal. I have a list a mile long of things I have to do or projects that I need to finish and or start or whatever. And making a couple small junk journals is one of them. Hi, Avalon. Hi, Brenda. Tris, I saw your haul. That's awesome. Hi, Annette. Oh, hi, Dana. Welcome from Taiwan. Welcome from Taiwan. I know, the snow, right? It's been crazy. It's been really crazy. And it's just been, I feel a little bit bad because she's been on pins and needles. And I don't know, her dad was going to drive her to Philly. And I said, that seems ridiculous. It's like 5 hours from Boston to Philly. Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Deb. Hi, Carrie. Anyway, if you guys want to, you're still working on Christmas Madness? Oh my God. Okay, so I went and I headed deep into my calamari. And you guys, anyway, I should do things. I'm an all or nothing kind of person, and it's stressful. You know what I mean? I really make it more stressful for myself than I need to. But before we start our I'm just going to make a little junk journal. So if you guys want to make along, bring something for the cover. I think I'm going to make mine out of an envelope. I don't know. I also have a couple of shopping bags. And it's just going to have maybe, I don't know how many pages. Maybe 20 pages, maybe 15 pages. I don't know. We'll see as it goes along. And the other thing is I can't find, I have a sewing kit that has my awl and all my stuff in it, and I couldn't find it. This is what I get, you guys, for like moving my stuff around so many times. It's so ridiculous. I make my life worse than it needs to be. You know, I think, Carla, I think you could make, hey, Susan, hey, Patricia. I think that you can make your stuff all year long. Yeah, she's not going to come home. Hi, Maria. Happy New Year. Hi, Pam. She's not going to come home until, I think she got on the flight on Monday. They keep changing it. You're from the Arctic tundra. How exciting is that? Upper Michigan, -10. Oh my God. You guys, it got down to 52 degrees here last night, and we thought we were going to die. Hi, Linda. Hi, Kier. Oh. It's been an inspirational 2018. Oh, good for you. I'm glad. Mine's just been like, I'm still in the... You guys, I need a good, can I tell you, I need like a good week of just doing nothing but reorganizing. I've moved my stuff so many times that I took down these shelves that I have and I can't find the hardware for them. It's just been ridiculous. So, and I have had this flu that everybody's had, and I have to tell you, in the past couple days, it's been sort of butt kicking, the flu, or at least how I've felt. The post nasal drip thing has been not good. It's 9 degrees where you guys are. See, you guys, last night it got down to 52 where we are, and I know you guys are going, oh yeah, wham. But you have to understand, the temperature doesn't fluctuate more than 10 degrees. So it's usually like 70, between 70 and 80. And for it to get down to 50, it feels really cold for us. And we don't have, and the thing is, I can't turn on the heat because we don't have any heat. You guys have got to stay warm. Hi, Janine. Hi, Trace. I loved your journal page today, Trace. It's awesome. Well, I'm going to show you guys my little postcards that I've still worked on from last week. And I'll show you where I'm at with my 5-minute art fix. So this is what I've done after my 5-minute art fix. I went back and worked on that one. I don't know if you guys tuned in and watched my 5-minute art fix. But this was one of them that I was working on. And I think I'm going to call it done. I mean, it could use more, but it's just a postcard. And I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking how the paint blended. And I added some more paint to it. And then this is the one that I still have to finish this one. You guys should definitely do that 5-minute art fix. And these are the ones I made last week. And so save these like things, these whatever they're called, little tear outs. This is what I made mine, and then I have 2 in progress. So that was my 5-minute art fix. One of you guys messaged me and said you wanted to see them, so there they are. You guys, it's, I don't know. I'm in my own ridiculously lately. It's like I have so much stuff that I need to do, and I'm not motivated. It's like, and then I started going through all my stuff. Tell me if any of you have this, okay? So you start going through your stuff, right? You start going through your stuff, and then you get yourself so overwhelmed from going through it, right? That you just are like, you have a bigger mess than when you started, right? And then you just can't even like get to the bottom of it. I mean, I was just like, yesterday I was so in over my head, and I worked on it some this morning, and then I had to deal with the whole airplane thing and the babes and her not coming home, which was disappointing for me. But my ex was going to drive her all the way to Philly. I was like, are you crazy? That's like, so the child's flight leaves at 8 in the morning. She has to be there, at 6 or whatever before it leaves. And when you have a small child, or when you have an unaccompanied minor, she's 11, but still, you have to stay there the whole time. And then, because you can't, obviously you wouldn't want to leave them, because if something happens and they can't get on, then you have to be there. And so he was going to like drive her at like some crazy hour. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I think it's better that you wait. So she was like telling me how she's cold and how she can't wait to get home. So that's one good thing. Okay, do you love my mess? It's so ridiculous. Okay, let's see what you guys are writing. Yeah, you guys have got to stay warm. You still don't know how to... I do 5 minutes all the time, Trace. Usually I work in an art journal, though. I won't lie. I like work in an art journal, and I don't usually have on that sort of a timer. I usually just like look at the clock and say it's 5 minutes. And I try to do a little bit every day. It's why I do that tag a day thing, which I haven't done because I'm in the middle of like cleaning up my mess. Yeah, Cassandra, it's been taking me months because I packed it up and unpacked it and packed it up and unpacked it. And it's just been, you'd think I would just stop. Thanks, Misty. Minus 26 degrees where you are, Brenda, and minus 40 degrees. Oh my gosh. I pray everyone stays warm. You guys stay in. Don't go anywhere. There's absolutely nothing you have to do. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yeah, this was the one that I was working on a little bit today when I like sat down for, I didn't even do 5 minutes. I was cleaning up my desk, and I was kind of like in the, like this composition, and then, I don't know, I was kind of like looking at, I like that composition. I like these I like what's going on there. I don't know, you guys. I'm so over the whole cold thing. I can't even do it. It's so cold. You guys stay in. Don't go anywhere. Scotty, I have it turned up all the way. I don't think it can go any higher. I did do my. Can everybody else hear me or no? Let's see. It's up. It's loud. I've got everything up to the max. They closed New York City schools the night before the snow. They should. Can anybody else hear me or no? It's ridiculous. Do you hear me? Scotty, you might have to reboot. Sorry. We missed you. We missed you on Tuesday, Scotty. We missed you. We missed you. How was your treatment? Everybody say a big hello to Pat. She is having her treatment, and I know it's cold where she is. I am getting a new camera setup. I ordered one. I ordered one last year, and it didn't. They sent me the wrong thing, and then, quite frankly, I just couldn't even get into it. But I am going to get a new one. I am going to get a whole new camera setup. I was hoping that I would have my new space set up so you guys could see it, but you know what I did? It was so stupid. I should have just left it as it was. I should have just moved all my stuff in there, and then, but I decided I would unpack, I would purge some of it before I moved it in there. And I thought, oh, no big problem. I'll just put up all these shelves that I have. You guys, I can't find the hardware for the shelves. So I unpacked all this stuff. And I have to go get new hardware for the shelves. That's what I got. You know what it is? It's like, if any of you guys live in a small space, you kind of, and if you're anything like me, you kind of put it all away. You're like, oh, I'll remember where I put it. And then I never do. I never remember. It's like I should know myself better. Everybody's saying, hey, Pat, you've been sick, Scotty. Oh, no. Hi, Amberly. Everybody's saying, hey, Pat. Hey, Jillian. Hi, Carrie. For those of you guys that did the 30 days of energy work, hi, Cheryl. For those of you that did the 30 days of energy work with me, the links are still live. So all you need to do is, because I got a couple messages saying, I want day 24, I want day whatever. The links are still live. Just go back to your email and reuse those links. I haven't taken the links down, so you can still use it. You know what, Mary Lou? I did. That will totally be me. I will be like that. I'll buy new hardware. But the thing was, is I did go. I went to. We have a couple of hardware places. We have a Lowe's and we have a Home Depot and we have an Ace Hardware. The shelves that I'm re-putting up, they're not new shelves. There's some shelves that someone gave me and they're old and they need like, I don't know. Anyway, I went and got some hardware. It wasn't the right hardware. And Hottie hasn't had a day off. He's been working. It's our busy time. I probably did put him somewhere safe and I have no idea where I put him. Your son had to purchase bolts for his bunk beds. No, it's like, you guys, I should just stop myself. Hi, Liz. I did put him somewhere safe. Obviously, I don't know where. So you guys definitely do the postcard thing. You know, it's kind of fun. It's just like a fun little exercise. I mean, I'm sitting here cleaning up my desk so I can make my junk journal, and I'm finding like, oh yeah, I started that one. Like, I'm liking this composition so far. I'm liking the colors. I don't know if you can see it really well. Hi, Danina. You know, it's like, Redlug, what's your first name? And we'll call you by that. We're happy you're here, as you told us, from the outer banks of the Arctic. So, anyway, I'm going to gather some papers for my junk journal. And I'll show you what I have for the covers. And I gathered a bunch of stuff. My desk is pretty messy anyway. Guys, I don't know how to craft neat. I think once I move into my space and get it all together, it'll be really, really good. I'm excited about that. I'm excited, but I haven't felt like it because I've been feeling so crappy. I just haven't I haven't had the oomph. I just don't have the oomph to do it. Hi, Victoria. How are you? You refuse to craft meat? You know what? It's not even about crafting meat so much for me. Is it now? It's just like I've made, like I made a. And please, you guys, I have finished my stuff to send out. I sent out one round of it. I don't know how long it's going to take for you guys to get it. I sent it out to everybody on the list that was on the Christmas card list. So you will get it. You will get something. It'll say Happy New Year because I didn't do the... Anyway, it's about me being organized because, like, I spent 20 minutes looking for the box that had my needles in it. I have a tiny box. It's like an Altoids box, but I put it inside of another plastic container. And you guys, I don't know where I put it. It's like, I'm like ridiculous. Let me see what I got. I got so much stuff going on over here. I should just take it all off, and I may just take it all off my desk and then see. I don't know if I'll use any of this for this junk journal. Maybe I will. Let's see. You know what? I'll leave all this. Let me figure out the cover, and then I'll figure out the pages. Let's see. I brought some envelopes. I save these things, you guys, and I know they look ugly, but if you paint on top of them, they don't. So I always get, people always ask me, like, you know, where do I get it? What do I do? You guys, it's whatever I have. It is whatever, ever I have. I don't have any, like, I use whatever I have at the moment. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be, like, something most people would think is usable or not. Okay, now let me just see. I brought a couple of things for the cover, and we can decide. Susan sent me some little envelopes, which I love. So I brought those over. And I also have two bags. I could start all of them. It's not like I have to finish it. How many of you guys have ever made a journal out of one of these paper bags? I actually like it a lot. I've made a few. And sometimes I like to make it. I've done it where I've split it and I use the handle and I open it up and I've sewn them and that. And then I've also made them where I just fold the bag and I use the handles like a, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do an envelope. Those are like little, this is a Lush bag. And probably has a sales receipt in it. Yes, it does. It does. It does. So my daughter's friends, they all know it. They all saved me all their bags. They brought me a bag of bags. Mercy made you a bag when you carry in your purse. Yes, she made me a bag one too. I love that one too. I took it with me when I went on my trip to Boston. You're a family of 8 living in 1,000 square feet. That is pretty small. Did you have any crafting room at Avalon? I like bag journals too. Yeah, did everybody subscribe to each other? Hi, Joyce. Joyce, Susan's telling you to hurry up. Okay. I don't know, you guys. I've just been feeling so crappy-dap. I can't even tell you. Look, Peace, Love, and Fudge, the Hawaiian Fudge Company. I've just been feeling so yuck that I haven't done anything. I have so many things I have to do, and I haven't done any of it. I'm thinking I'm going to do my envelope, and then I'll come back and do... Maybe I'll make 2 at once, because then if I paint on 2 at once, it's better than just painting on one by itself. So these are those envelopes. You get them at the 99-cent store. And I did manage to make some really cool embellishments. And I made some extras. I managed to make those for the past couple nights, but my shoulder is no better, and I need to go and have like some specials. Look at it. What is it? It's okay. You're listening. What am I supposed to yell at you for? You had a nice crafting space. Oh, you must be so organized. Hey, Helen. Welcome back. Happy to see you. My house I live in right now, I think I want to say it's 800 square feet, maybe. And that includes 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And so you guys subscribe to each other, you know, like you can click on the icon of the person and subscribe. Yeah. You moved into a 900 square. Mine's about 800. Maybe it's less than that. I don't know. Hadi would tell you what he could tell me exactly how big it is. It does. The time does fly. You are absolutely right. I know we've all had so many family things with the holidays, and you guys, I have felt like so bad. I have like definitely not been. You guys, the pain thing, I'm like over it. I know that some of you guys live with chronic pain right now. Can I just tell you, I don't even want to talk about it. It's been so bad. My little crazy ibuprofen's not even working. Okay, so I'm going to paint the covers of these. I think I'm going to paint them. I think I'm going to paint them. I'll paint them with my chalkboard paint, but I don't have it over here. So then I can't. And I don't have any gesso. So I'm just going to paint them with my cheap craft paint. And then I'll do something on top. Either I'll decoupage or something. Guys, I don't have a New Year's resolution. Amberly's writing that she has a New Year's resolution. Amberly, what is your New Year's resolution? I find that none of that stuff works for me. It doesn't work for me to even make a resolution, so I don't anymore. How many of you guys make resolutions and it works for you? I just find it's just one more thing for me to do that I don't need to put that stress on myself with. That's what I find for myself. But if you actually make them and it works for you, I'm like, wow, that's so awesome, because it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me. So, it does not work for me. I just find that I just don't even care. You painted me a cover, Scotty. You may have. All my stuff that you guys gave me is in. I was trying so desperately. I wanted to do today's live stream from the other room, but I couldn't. I just couldn't get it together. Plus, I also thought, you guys, that I was going to have my sweetheart was going to be. I thought Hadi was going to be home today, so then he could help me move stuff, and he wasn't. You guys, this is like the busy time of the year for us. Everybody, because of the extreme weather you guys are having, everybody comes from all over the world. Like in Australia right now, it's their summer, but in some parts, and they usually don't start coming until it's their winter. So right now it's Canadians, and people from Europe come. You know, a lot of people around this time take very long vacations from overseas. And they come, and so this is our busy time. So he has had, and it's also like the good surfing time. It's like the rainy season. Somebody tell her how to subscribe, you guys. You put there's three dots by people's names, and you can subscribe to them when you click on them, or when you click next to them. Misty said she made a New Year's resolution that she'd get in better shape. That's good. Then you found that round is a shape. Oh, I love you, Misty. I don't like to put unrealistic expectations on myself either, Jillian. I just can't do it. Look, I've done it for years, and it just doesn't work out. So instead of me adding more extra to my already extra stuff, you guys, I took on this project, and like when somebody asks you 6 months, like a while ago, and they say, oh, will you do this? And you think, oh, that sounds like a great idea. I'll just do it. And then you actually do it, and it's like way, like much more. First of all, it's more work than you wanted. And second of all, it's like one of those things where it doesn't, like, no matter what you do, it's like not going well. Well, that's also been on my plate. So after that, I just said to Hadi, I'm not doing it anymore. I don't know why I'd say yes. And he was like, I was wondering why you said yes to begin with. And then that starts a whole other thing. You guys know that one, right? I was wondering why you said yes, and then you said yes, and then you're having these conversations. Like actually talking about it is going to change the fact that you took it on, right? So that's been going on too for me. And that coupled with the fact that I have felt like, have not, the sinus post-nasal drip thing. My sinus medicine's working at the moment, but when it stops, it's lovely. It is loverly when it stops working. What was I going to tell you? What was that? What did I see that I was like, oh, it's on sale and I'm going to tell them? And then I forgot now. Oh, I know. You guys, Create and Craft has all of their, not all of their, but you guys know how much I love those glimmer mists and all that stuff. Well, they had them on sale for a while. They had them on sale last year for a while. And I want to say it's like 24 2-ounce bottles of glimmer mist for $30, I think. Anyway, they're back on sale. I don't know what shipping is to you guys, but shipping to me, shipping to me is $20, but I bought some other stuff too. I broke my rule. I bought some stuff, but I wanted them last year when they were on sale, and I didn't buy them for myself. That's where I bought my Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays when they were on sale. Remember last year they were on sale? I told you guys they were on sale for $5 and $10. The Magicals. But they haven't been on sale again that cheap since. But the Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays were, and they're normally like, I don't know, $70 or more than that plus shipping. So I don't know if you guys are into that. But my sister asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and it's better if I just send her somewhere directly to get it, because if I send her somewhere directly to get it, then she'll get me what I want. Otherwise, she buys me stuff, and I don't really need any more stuff, but I did get those. They were like, and I'll show them to you. So I did buy that. I bought that, and I bought some other paint that they had on sale that I wanted. And I don't know that in Create and Craft, I don't know that, I'm not a member of Create and Craft. Are you guys, I know you get an extra percentage if you're a member. Extra discount if you're a member. But if you check out, they had a bunch of dies. I did not buy any dies. Are you guys proud of me? I did not buy any dies. They had a bunch of dies on sale too. And sometimes when they're having a die, if you have a die cutting machine and they're having their dies on sale, it can be extraordinary. And I think they had free shipping, free domestic shipping to the US, but anyway. Susan's gonna chat and eat Cheetos. You got a Flow on sale for $14.99, Scotty? Oh, that's a great buy. What are you excited about here? I'm sorry, I missed the whole thing. The chat went up before I said you said you live with a permanent migraine. Oh no! You guys are so funny. Hi, Mary Kay. You guys are so funny. You'll eat Cheetos. You're so ridiculous. I love it. Migraines are so debilitating. I used to get them. I haven't had any in a while, knock on wood. I used to get the kind like they would just come on all of a sudden. I could be doing something and I would get so violently ill that I have to just go and lay down. And unfortunately, that was happening to me when I was nowhere near my house. So, why am I doing two? Because I think it's always easier for me. You're starting a nonprofit? Oh, that's so awesome. Kier, that's so awesome. I haven't had any in a good long while, so I think that's awesome, Kier. You know, and you know what's really cool is that in New York, at least, and Cassandra can vouch for this, they have this arts organization where you can get tons of supplies for free. The people donate them if you're a teacher or if you have some place like that, like you're talking about. So what they do is they get them directly from manufacturers, and they get them from. I mean, people can donate too, but they get the supplies from manufacturers. So when I used to do art with kids, like in school, I used to run like an after-school program for an art program for kids. I used to be able to get some of the coolest things that I would never have bought. First of all, I couldn't have afforded it, and it was free, and the kids had these really cool supplies to use. So once you start it, you'll be able to get lots and lots of cool supplies from people, which I think is awesome. And lots of cool stuff directly from manufacturers, you know. I bet you Deco Arts will give you stuff. They're always doing. Lots of people are in the Deco Arts. Deco Arts sends free supplies to lots of educators and stuff like that. So you may be able to get tons of stuff. Not to mention all the crafty peeps here who probably have more than enough and can share, like we all do. Well, I don't know if anybody would view my supplies as being stuff they'd really want, because since I craft with mostly recycled stuff. Charlie, no thank you. Charlie has been, yesterday she was like ridiculous. She was barking, and it was so windy. She was barking at everything blowing. It was ridiculous. All right, so I'm just going to pick one to work on right now, and the other one I'm going to let it dry. And then I guess I could get my heat gun out and dry it. Maybe that's what I should do. I should get my man gun. My ridiculous heat gun. All you lurkers, say hey. Yeah, brand new stuff. Well, Mary Kay, after I started cleaning out my art room or cleaning out my boxes, oh, you guys, if it's not paint, I'm not going to, I have like, I have to learn how to say no because people know that I make stuff from recycled stuff, and my friends all end up with, like, I got a couple of bags of, I don't know, junk mail and stuff. I haven't even gone through them. I left them in my garage. Hi, Lucinda. I love chocolates. Oh, I love them. Oh, I ate Chinese food last week, and that, because the Chinese food is not good here at all. And I really would like some good Chinese food. If you lived in New York City, you can get some amazing Chinese food, right? And I wanted some Chinese food, and Patty was on the other side of our island, and they have a Chinese restaurant on that side. So I said, oh, buy me. And they must put MSG in their food. I had the worst headache afterwards. Triss, you got such a great haul. Congratulations. I loved what you showed. I know, right? I love Chinese food. Like, you guys, there's so many things here that you don't get that you get there. Like, I don't know, there's lots of stuff. You don't realize it till you move, and then you get here, and I mean, it's beautiful, trust me. I'm not complaining, but I got myself in trouble eating all that Chinese food, and oh my God, it gave me the worst headache. Nothing is worse than eating something with MSG in it if you don't normally do that. Maybe MSG doesn't affect everyone the same, but it was not good for me. Okay, I am going to glue down a couple things. It gave me such a headache. I had it for like 2 days from it, and it made me feel horrible. I live in Hawaii, Debbie. I live on the island of Maui. Live in the tropics, in the beautiful tropics. It is beautiful here. It is very beautiful. Today was a particularly nice day. It was cold, cooler for us, but the sun was out and we didn't have any rain, which was nice because we've had kind of torrential rains, and it was nice. So I'm gonna decide. I don't think I'm gonna make this one a big one, and I'm going to decide like what I'm going to put on the cover. I don't know. Usually I have some inkling before I start something, but honestly today I don't have any inkling about anything. No inkling about anything. Yes, you guys have really good everything in New York City as far as food goes. You love painty fingers. You guys, I'm not a neat crafter. You guys would laugh so hard because Hottie's an amazing painter, but he doesn't like to get any paint. We're complete opposite. Like, he doesn't get any paint on his hands. Me, I'm all about it. It's like, as ridiculous as that is, I'm all about the paint on, I'm like all about it. It doesn't bother me, it bothers him. He painted a really great picture. He painted a portrait of somebody's dog. He hasn't mailed it out yet. If I get a chance, I'll take a picture before he mails it out. It came out amazing. He painted a picture of somebody who's, I think it's their dog that passed away. One of his clients had him paint it for their friend or their client, or I don't know. It was actually very sweet. And he painted so neat. And you guys, I'm such a big mess. I don't paint neat at all. There is no neatness coming from me. Even if I tried. I couldn't be neat. Just gonna see what I'm gonna put in here. I don't even know what kind of. Let's see if I can figure out what I want to put on the cover. Really, I have something, but I don't think I've ever shared his art. He's a really great painter. I don't think I've ever shared his art. But I will. He paints really cool stuff. He painted some. What did he paint lately that I really liked? Besides people's dogs and I don't know. You know, the holidays, people want to give each other something they don't necessarily. But you know, stuff you don't need or whatever, and stuff you haven't had, or. And so he was painting. He was painting. I think he painted a horse. He already shipped that one out. I don't even know if he took a picture of it. And he painted a horse and somebody's dog, and it was really good. Did little oil paintings. I can't stand the smell of oil paint, but it doesn't bother him. Here, before I start my painting extravaganza on this cover and then putting all my pages together, I'll show you my box of stuff from Create and Craft. Hi, Jamie! Yeah, he did paint a Marilyn Monroe painting. Did I post that in our group, Susan? I think I showed you. He paints all kinds of things. You know, he's so... Okay, so this is the box that came from Create and Craft. And this is how many things came in it. And they have a sale on it. And these are... Usually when you buy Glimmer Mist, they come in smaller bottles. These are all the bottles that you get. And there are a lot of them. I think there's 24 of them. But can you see the colors of them? And if we have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 24 of them. And I think it's 24 for $30 or $35. I don't know, but normally it's a whole lot more. And they're really cool. Like, look at and I love them. Have you guys ever used them? These make great, you know, final touches on your painted papers and stuff like that. And I think in the U.S. the shipping, I mean, to the mainland is cheaper than you got them too? Oh, good. I'll post some of Hardy's paintings. I will. I have them. I think I have some. Because I had to clean off my computer, and he did some sort of backup thing on my computer for me. And can I tell you? You know, I used to have tons of pictures. But it's a good array of these things, these Glimmer Mists. There's tons of colors in here. And I like them all. There's all kinds. There's many more. There's a whole bunch more in here. I don't know if you can see all the colors, but they're cool. So that was my big, this one might be good, especially if I do a neon thing. That was my big crafting purchase You guys, the dog is so miserable. She's just like looking at me like, where is my babe? She's supposed to be home. She is like, okay, she started drinking my coffee. She is like so bad. Like, I heard this slurping noise. The mail came and I was in the garage. The mailman leaves all of our stuff in the garage. And so if it's packages, and I went to see what it was, and I hear this slurping. I'm like, what in the world is this slurping? It was the dog. She was drinking my coffee. I was like, seriously, now she's acting out. She's drinking coffee. But I'm excited about these. I don't know, so I'm just telling you, head on over to Create and Craft. I'm not trying to enable you, but when there's a good deal, and if I find out about it, I will totally tell you. Because I like to be told the same thing. I like the good deal thing. bright red in here, but maybe I'm wrong. So, yeah, it's createandcraft.com. And going over, and I'm not an affiliate, you guys, so I don't get anything from it. So, no, I don't know. I mentioned something one time and somebody was like, oh, yeah, promoting your affiliate link. So I was like, no, I'm not that smart. If I was smarter, I would have promoted my own affiliate link or something. But I wasn't. So it's just, let me see if I can find like a book page so you guys can see these. So I like these Glimmer Mist things. Let's see. Let's see if I can just spray just that little bit. And you can see the colors of them. You do have to shake them up. Danina, how much was the shipping where you were? Was the shipping where you were doable? Was it good? I know for me, I got a couple of other things because the shipping's always expensive where I live. What are you talking about? Boiled egg? How are you, Malia? Yeah, we all make our own stuff, but if you've never used this particular one, you can make them out of those dollar eyeshadows, right? I mean, we made some last week or whatever I did. If you wanted during our chat, but the cool thing is that if you do like, and I like Canvas Corp brands, I like their products. If you like their brands and they're on sale, it's a good deal. Most of the time I use trash anyway, so right, I use recycling. So occasionally I do buy myself something, okay? Occasionally I buy myself something. But I'm liking, look at that orange one though. That one's really vividly orange. Let's look at this other neon one. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know what I made with them, but I loved them. I made, I guess I don't remember. I think it was when I made that tea journal that I was made. For you guys, I don't have any of them anymore because I sent them out, but I made a tea journal last year. Don't think I didn't shake it up enough. I made a tea journal last year and I used these Glimmer Mists as I used like this, the top coat in the journal on some coffee dyed papers, and they came out beautiful. They came out beautiful. Well, I'm really liking that Vividy orange one. That one will look good in my metallic thing. Danina, I don't know, were they all the same color, or is it a random selection that you get? Like, I don't know. Ooh, this blue is going to be good too. Wow, look at that blue. That's a really vivid blue. Cool. And they have such a really nice shimmer to them. So that was my supplies I got for Christmas. I did break down and get myself those metallic rubs, but I haven't gotten them in yet. I ordered them a while back, and I don't know how long they'll take. I ordered them from a site on Etsy, and they were like so much cheaper. But like, look at those colors. I think they're kind of cool. Hey, Tiff. Hi, Lynn. All the colors, she's saying all the colors, and keep them laying on their sides when you store them. Okay, good to know. Do I have a Ross? No. We do have a Ross, but you guys don't understand. We have a, I think we have a, no, we don't have a, we might have a Ross. You have to realize we have like one thing like that, and then there's 144,000 full-time residents here on this island. And we have very limited places to shop. I mean, I don't know what in the world people did before you shopped online living here. Because honestly, it's like you can't just go down and get something like, I don't know, my daughter needed some rubber boots or something, and we went down to the 3 places you can go here, and they were all sold out. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do on here. I think I'm just going to paint, and then I'll figure it out. So when you go, every single thing is like, I don't want to say it's sold out, but it's picked over really well. And we also don't get the same things you guys get. You would think we would, but we don't. So I'm just going to put some sort of paint down on it, and then, I don't know. You guys know me, I can't have a plan. It's not how I... Can you see what kind of student I was in school, you guys? I had to just do it. It was not always the... The one thing about that really cheap paint, this really cheap big box store paint, when you buy the gloss ones, like these are, this neon one, this is Americana, and I think this one's a multi-surface, so I don't know if maybe it's a satin. They're thin. You know, they're not opaque, so they're not going to give you a lot of coverage. You're telling me to shake them side to side, not up and down if they clog. Woo! That's awesome. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks for telling me. Who uses old catalogs like Montgomery Ward's? What did I miss? Yeah, I want to get the Inca Gold stuff. I did order it. I didn't order that brand. I ordered that other brand, but I ordered some. They had them like, I don't know, you get like 6 colors or 8 colors for like $20 in a store on Etsy. So it could also be like colors that I don't want, but no, there was gold. There was, I can't remember, but I did order because I thought, you know what, I'm going to try those. And if I get them in soon enough, I'll use them. You know, it's like if I get them in earlier, then I'll use them more than I would waiting for them. Does that make sense? Mists. I got the rubs. I didn't even know Inca Gold had a mist. Metallic luster is what I got. Susan told me that's what it was. Oh no, you know what? Everything goes off and on the island here. Like, we had a Kmart and I loved it. It went out of business. I think they raised the rents on all the businesses here to be so high. And you guys, all we need is like, we really depend on, think about it. Okay, so there's 144,000 regular people that live here, according to the census. And then what happens is when other people, like, say we have one bad tourist season, and we have them all the time. You know, like, our economy is so volatile here as far as, like, a lot of it depends upon whether, like, I know for, like, the Canadians that come, it depends upon what their exchange rate is. Even for the Australians, because we do have a lot of foreign people that come, depending upon what the exchange rate is. You know, and so stores, and you know, you don't need very much to have like a bad, you know, you don't need very much to not make it, and the rents are so expensive. So you guys, you just have to like go with it, you know. So you just don't get attached here. You don't get attached to anything, you know. You don't get attached to, it's a good place to not get attached to things, because what And the elements are the same way here. The elements take things from you. Like you guys, you just gotta let it go. You can't like get attached to anything. Yeah, between the weather and the bugs, you just gotta like let it go. It's like I have a friend and she collected old. I told you guys Hottie's old book story, right? I told you his old. He used to collect rare books. I told you all about that, right? I thought I did. Macy's may be closing. Macy's probably is closing here. Charlie, get down. Yes, Charlie is on. Get down. She's being so bad. Now. Come here. Come here. If I get up, you're going to be in trouble. Yes, join us on Facebook. The lizards, we do have lizards, but we don't have anything poisonous. Well, I mean, we have centipedes. We have centipedes and scorpions, but you don't get it. We don't have it. Thanks for joining us from the cold nor'easter weather. We're happy you did. But I told you guys the whole story about Hottie and his books. So he used to collect these rare books, and he loved them. I mean, he was really into them. And he left a lot of them. You know, I guess he, you know, liquidated them or whatever before he came here, or some of them, but he brought some of them with him. And, you know, I think we had this conversation about bugs or something one time, and I don't even know how it even started, but anyway, so, you know, and he had them on a shelf in his, like, little space and what have you, and like one day he loved to read them. Not only did he collect rare books just to collect them, but he enjoys reading them too, you know. And so he went to open the book, and because the bugs had gotten to some of his really rare, expensive books and had eaten the pages. Now, I don't think they do that to all books. I mean, I collect a lot of books, but not necessarily old, like not rare and valuable like he did. But I don't have that same issue. But I think it's because the books I have are newer. So the bugs, just like, you know, you have to have everything in a certain climate, and every side of the island's different. And so if you live on the wet side, which I don't live on the wet side, but I live in the middle of the island now. I used to live on the really dry side, the really desert side. But things, like nothing is sustained. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like you really can't get attached to stuff. Hi, Jane. Hi, Kayla. We're happy to see you. So you just like, you gotta, if you live on the really rainy side, you have to have all kinds of things to dehumidify things because it molds. If you live on the really dry side, you have a different kind of bugs that like to eat your things, or you can't really leave a lot of stuff outside because the sun will take it. Like when you hang your clothes out here, you have to monitor it, because if you leave them out too long, they'll change totally a different color. It's silly. But my point in even saying it to you is that you just don't get attached to stuff. Back to knitting. Oh, I can't wait to see what you make, Nana. Yeah, Cheryl did like the glue. Well, after that, I think he just, he just let them go. Like the ones that weren't damaged, I think they only ate 2 of his books, but they were expensive ones. Like, I don't know, they were worth several $100s each or more. Nana's knitting a baby blanket, I think. Or are you making something else? I'm just letting this dry, you guys, and then I'm going to do some, then I'm going to put some stuff over it. I think I'm going to put some tissue paper overlay over it. No, I'm going to make a junk journal. This is just the envelope for the journal. That's all. And I just decided to paint it like some bright fluorescent color. Because, I don't know, I'm liking fluorescent colors right now. But I think I'm going to do a paper napkin overlay. If I can find, guys, I have a whole bottle of watery glue that I use for that. Of course, do I have that close by? No. That would make my life incredibly easy if I did, but I don't have it. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to use this one. I'm going to cut up some of those, or I had one that I loved. And of course, Linda gave me some really beautiful ones as well, but I think I took all the things that Linda gave me into the other room. I think I took it in the other room because I was going to put it on my stuff. Let me see what I've got here. Let's see, maybe I'll stencil. Maybe I'll use Scotty's stencil brush and stencil. Scotty gave me the coolest stencil brush and I love it. Anyway, you just can't get attached to stuff. That's really all it is. That is really all it is in a nutshell, is you cannot get attached to stuff here. You just let it all go. You just try not to, just try not to get attached to stuff. Because it's better that way. It's really better. It's really much, much better if you don't get attached to it. So when you get really attached to it, it just, I don't know. It just never seems to, to work out 100% and get super attached to it here. So, hey Laura. Yes, I love your I Am book too, Nana. It's an awesome I Am book. If you guys haven't gone over and seen her I Am book, go check it out. It's so good. It's such a nice book. You did such a good job. You did such a good job. I love this brush, Scotty. Thank you for sending it to me. I love it. It's called Create and Craft. And when you go to createandcraft.com, you have to type into their search bar Glimmer Mist. And the Glimmer Mist is by Canvas Corp Brands. And if you type into their Glimmer Mists, if you type into the search bar Glimmer Mist, you'll find it. What I'm going to do, because that's the front. Malia, you're due so soon. We're all excited for you. If you can get them from Tuesday morning, great. They had like 24. Well, now, so they're not on sale. No, that's not on sale. They were 24 bottles for $30. That's when I bought them. So I say you got to check them all the time, though. Sorry. I know, you forget how tiny they are. Well, Laura, keep checking it. So, like, they were like that. They were like $30 for, I don't know, for a long time. And then they went up to back to $60. And I was like, oh, forget that. And then, because I didn't buy them when they were first on sale. And then No, you guys, I never, this is kind of a darky stencil. I'm going to put on the back. Anyway, so they were on, and then they weren't on sale. That's when I told you guys I bought those. I bought those Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays when they were on sale there too as well. I would never buy them normally because they were normally expensive, like $20 for 5, and I paid $5. I think they were on sale. They didn't have every color on sale. It was just certain colors that were on sale. But I thought, you know, for $5 I would try it out because I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. That is me, you guys. I'm not telling you to be as frugal as I am. You guys know me and my frugalness. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. It was just, maybe it was only on sale for a couple of days. It was like, I don't even know how I even managed to notice. I guess because my sister was like telling me she was going to go and get me some stuff, and I was like, oh, please don't. And it hurts your feelings if I say don't buy me anything. And it's a whole thing. You know, sibling dynamic, right? And so that's when I said, well, then you can buy me that. So that's when I told her she could buy me. That's when I found it, and I told her she could buy it for me. Because I think Christmas, like sometimes if you know, like you want to buy somebody something, you want to get them something. I'm not so caught up in that. I told her I was good with nothing. I was like, send me a card if you feel like it, or don't send me anything, or I don't know. So whatever. It's all good. It's all perfect just as it is, right? All right, that's all I'm going to do for right now. And then I'm going to make my pages, and then I'll figure out if I'm going to do anything else to it. I'm going to get my pages going. There we go. I'm going to get my pages going, and then I may whitewash the whole thing, because sometimes, you know, it all seems good when you first start it with all the colors, and then once you get going on it, you're like, I want something less, and this is very bright. Well, I'm not opposed to, I like very bright things. I want to make a template of the size pages I want. One thing I did do is I went through all of my, not all of it, but I went through a huge box of junk mail, and I did recycle a bunch. I decided I will get a whole bunch of it back again, as everyone does, right? And then I'll get some back at another time. And so I did let go of a bunch, and I found some really cool. You know, because the junk mail that I have comes from friends. I couldn't possibly have all the junk. I don't know where they even get all of it, but I think it's cool that they give it to me. But I don't know exactly where all of it comes from, but they get some really cool junk mail. One of my friends does. But I'm never going to use all of it, and so I did do some purging of that. I probably could do a lot more. So, what do you guys have on your, what are you guys writing? You're decorating coffee sleeves. I made a couple of journals out of those. If you guys get those from Starbucks, they're pretty cool. Why did they do that, Malia? How did you learn that? She says she learned that companies that set up an eBay stores sell things much cheaper than they do on their own websites. Wow, it's crazy. Wow, Malia, that's good to know. I never shop enough to know all that, but that's good. That sounds awesome. This was some paper that I was cleaning up my space. Found some. I was cleaning up my space in the other room. I found like a bag of. Must have been like a leftover craft bag. I did make some journals with the kids at my daughter's school. I think that's what the stuff was left from stuff that I had taken. You guys get your paper cutter and use it. Mine is just across the room. My big guillotine paper cutter. I should show you guys some of the paperclip embellishments that I made. I was like, actually I made like journaling charms. And some of them I made, I'm really like, have you ever made something and you're just like, I really like that. Like, I really, really like that. Well, some of them I'm really into. And I just made them out of product packaging. And I think they came out pretty good. Made them out of cereal boxes. And I like them. Normally I don't use scrapbooking paper, but I like this polka dotted paper. Hi, Grace. Why is it the most hated company in America? Why, Malia? Okay, so I've got a book page and that, and I had a whole stack of junk and stuff that I was going to put in there. So, let's see. Why is it the most hated company? Explain, please. I'm not in the know about anything, you guys. I never am. I am never in the know about stuff like that. I wouldn't know it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not in the know. I'm never in the know. Which isn't a bad thing. With the middle of the Pacific Ocean, you're not in the know about a lot of things. But hi, Nancy. Yeah, the unidentified slurping turned out to be Charlie drinking my coffee. It's not out of the same cup I'm drinking now, but yes. Isn't that ridiculous? You guys? Charlie, I don't know what she's been so bad since my daughter's been gone. She's been like acting out like she has been really not good. She has definitely been doing lots of naughty things that we don't like. But who's ever heard of a dog liking coffee? I mean, how ridiculous is that? Yes, I've caught her drinking out of my cup, and so now I can't even leave my cup because she will climb to get it, you guys. She's a climber too. She climbed on. It was like way on the. I don't even know how she got to it, but she climbed over there and got to it, and she was a happy slurper. Okay, she was a happy, ridiculous slurper. It's ridiculous. She was like not. I don't even know what to do with her. She was being so bold and sassy. She's being bold sass. She was being a ridiculous bold sass. And so I was like, I don't think so. But she was. She definitely was. She was like being bold and sassy. That is our Charlie. Drinking my coffee. Yeah, she was enjoying drinking the coffee. It was ridiculous. Your Peppy drinks coffee too, Nana? Oh, I've never. Charlie, stop. You guys, she's like so wanting the kids, and now she's like barking at the wind. Like, it's like not. She's gonna be so happy when the babes comes back. She's not the only one, but she will definitely be very happy. She'll be a very happy girl. Guys, I may just poke holes in this and make it like a traveler's notebook for the moment and have to sew it later. Because as I told you, I couldn't find my box of needles. So, but I do have my Japanese bookbinding tool. Usually I keep everything here, but I was like, you guys, I was ridiculous. I should just like know better by now and just let it all go. But no, that's not how I'm rolling lately. But I will show you guys the tools, the journaling things I made. I'll show them to you in just a second. I made a bunch because everything I do, I have to do in like, I can't do one at a time. Is anybody else like that besides me? Can't just do things one at a time? For whatever reason, I just can't do things one at a time. I don't know why, but I can't. So, not doing things one at a time. Oh, he's been calling every day. No, Jane, I drink my coffee. Well, I drink it sometimes with milk and sugar, but what I've been drinking it lately black because I've been trying not to have any dairy because of this sinus thing that I've had. And sometimes I do. Most of the time I have milk in it, but I haven't had any milk. So she was drinking black coffee. She needed to pick me up. She needed something, Jane. She was ridiculous. You guys, it was like, seriously. No, because of my sinus thing, because of whatever's been going on with me with this, with my, I don't know, whatever you want to call this that I've had. Whatever you want to call this post-nasal ridiculousness that I've had. She has, it's black. Like, who drinks black coffee? If my dog drinks black coffee, my dog drinks black coffee. So ridiculous, but my dog drinks black coffee. It's stupid. It's totally stupid. Totally, absolutely stupid. My dog drank black coffee. So sorry. I'm excited for you guys to see my space when I get it done. I was so into it. I think I would have been almost done if I hadn't. And then I spent hours looking for the hardware for those shelves. And I got myself like, overwhelmed. Does that happen to anybody else? Do you guys like start a project and then you get all excited about it and then like something throws a wrench in it, like throws a wrench in your whole project, and then you're just like, oh no, I have all, it was like, I would be done by now, but no, I had to like misplace the one thing that I really needed. Does that happen to anybody else besides me? Do I have an exclusive on that? Do I have a total exclusive on that ridiculousness? I definitely need to get some new lights, though, in there because it is dark. It's on the side of my house. It's just... Charlie, no. No. Charlie, no. No. Lay down. Guys, there's nobody there. It's the dog. She's just being ridiculous. Charlie, enough. Enough. Stop. Enough, enough, enough. Let me see how high this up is. No, it's just like I got myself all excited to redo it, and then in my excitement whatever. It's my ridiculousness. I have half projects everywhere. Hi, Kathy. It's just like I ran out of steam, and I also didn't feel good. I was like, and I was missing my girl. I'm not gonna lie. This Christmas for me was like, because all my kids were not around. My only daughter that's around was working because it's the busy time, and you know she works in jobs where they make, you know, they get percentages or tips or whatever. So, you know, she wasn't around. And usually I have a house full, but this year I didn't, and it was, I don't know. And normally I would have planned for myself, if that's how it was going to be. I would have given myself like a trip somewhere, but this year I didn't do anything, you guys. I think I would have if I hadn't thrown my shoulder and my back out, my shoulder thing. I think I would have gone somewhere, but where I wanted to go, the people that I would have wanted to go hang out with were roughing it. They were in, they're still there actually. I think they come home in a couple of days. They camp in the wilderness in Costa Rica, and you sleep like basically you sleep under the stars on a platform. It's like, and I just knew that I couldn't do it. Not this time. Not with as bad as my shoulder was, my arm. It was hard, Carla. But you guys made it awesome. You guys were like awesome. You guys like showered me with love and lots of cards and beautiful things, and I was grateful. I think the hard part was more that, do you ever like have like all these ideas? You're like, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, right? And then you don't do it. You get a wrench thrown in it because you don't feel your best or whatever, and then you don't do it. Well, that's kind of like what it was for me. It's like I had all these plans of things that I wanted to do. I may go back and whitewash this. This is definitely electric. But I like electric, so I should just leave it. I had a lot. I didn't get as much done as I wanted. Put it that way. And I think primarily, it was a culmination of a lot of things. I think it was the fact that, you know, generally I have my family around, or some of them, generally I have my family around, or I have, I'll make it in a different, maybe it'll be different. Maybe this envelope will fit. Generally I have my kids or something around going on, right? And I generally have a lot of energy. In this particular year, because you guys, whatever I did to my shoulder, whatever this pinched nerve thing is, it was bad. It is still bad. I thought I was so done with it, and I probably have aggravated it tremendously by trying to, I probably aggravated it way more, trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done. So if you guys ever make envelopes, so this is what it's going to be. I may not, unless I find that needle, which I'm going to look for in just a minute. And if I don't find it, I'm just going to stick these in like a traveler's notebook for the week, and then I'll go back and sew them. But when you make yourself an envelope, and for those of you that already know how to do this, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. You want to open it up fully, okay? And then when you sew it in, when you poke your holes into your journal, You want to sew it into the center of your signature so that then at the end, after you've sewn your whole you've sewn your journal, then you can glue it closed and you don't see where you've sewn it. Does that make sense? And this was obviously a poorly cut. I could make a better one, I guess. I guess I could make a better template for. I could make a better. Let me see if I have a piece of paper. Maybe I can make it out of this. Let's see. No, that's not big enough. Let me see if I can make it out of this one. This one's actually a nice magazine page. I mean, I could still use the other one too, but this one I just cut really rough. Pat sent you a message. My shoulder's a mess, Jane. I don't know what I did to it. Hi, Mitzi. Thanks, Pat. Thumbs up. Thanks, Pat. Oh, people come and go all the time, Cassandra. You can't even like. You know, the thing is that most people, they just want to flip around, and if you're not doing exactly what they like when they come to you, they don't stay. But you know what? I don't care. I got you girls. You girls are my peeps. Girls are my peeps. If I have a marker, I can see better than this. Pat, we love you. Laura, I don't sleep on my side when my shoulder hurts now. No, it's the opposite shoulder of where I sleep. But I sleep on my back now because I can't sleep on my shoulder because of it. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that so silly? I have wounded myself. I really have. It's so ridiculous. You guys, it's beyond ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. But I've hurt myself. And the chiropractor's back this next week. I called. And Claudia got me a massage, and then the lady got the flu, and then you guys, honestly, I had felt so crappy. The last thing I want to do is go have a massage from somebody who's been sick right now. She got the flu, and then she called to cancel and say, oh, well, you know, and then she called me to tell me she felt better, but by the time she felt better, I wasn't feeling better. And so I just said, I'm going to take that as a sign. Do you guys agree? I better take it as a sign. The one thing that this whole cold thing or whatever it is, this whole sinus thing has gotten me doing is I'm not doing any dairy. Not that I was doing a lot of dairy before, but I'm definitely not doing any dairy. And I had pretty much given up sugar anyway, so I'm not doing any dairy and I'm not doing any sugar. So that's not a bad thing. No dairy and no sugar. So that's been good. And that's been one good thing for the whole thing. No dairy and no sugar. But I did decide that next year, if I don't have my kids, I am definitely going to go away and do something. Because I need to feel revitalized for the new year, you know? And between my debilitating not feeling well and my debilitating and my kids not being around, I was like, I didn't really, whereas if I'd gone somewhere, I think I would have been forced to do some stuff. Do you know what I mean? I would have been like, especially if you go with other people, you're just sort of forced to, you know what I mean? You're forced to, you know, do things that maybe, do you guys know what I mean? How many of you guys ever go on vacation with other people and then you're forced to do things that maybe you'd want to do, but you wouldn't necessarily have done yourself. But I used to like go away and do something for myself. And this past year, I didn't really. So I think that I'm gonna take that into consideration next year. The 1 year, Hottie and I thought we weren't going to have any kids. Like, we were kind of celebrating. We were going to go away and do something for ourselves. One of his sons invited himself with his girlfriend, and so we didn't say no. And you guys, it was like, I don't know. I think it was worse than being by myself. when you've really thought and planned or thought you were going to have your own space or have your own whatever, and then you don't. You guys find a template that works for you. I drew my own, and obviously this is not the best one. This one's actually better than the one that the jelly printed one, but it's not the best template. But draw your own, and especially if you guys make coffee dyed journals. This is like really, you can make your own envelopes out of anything for a coffee dye journal too. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I like this one better. Okay. Let's see. And I can go back and paint on it or jelly print on it. And I should have probably drawn the other side, but it doesn't matter so much. Okay. Because if I can't find my needle and thread, I'm not going to sew it in today anyway. I'll just, I have my elastic. I can make it a, what are you guys writing? I'm missing it all. Who wants to go? You go to Italy? I've been to Italy. It's beautiful there. The food's amazing too. You want to go to London, Carrie? Oh, that would be fun. Isn't that where you live, Trace, New Mexico? Susan wants to go to have tea with Allie McGraw in New Mexico. You guys are so funny. You would live in Italy if you could? Oh my gosh. I went to Italy the year that 9/11 happened and came home to New York City like 3 days before 9/11 happened. Oh, Malia, that sounds like fun. You live 2 hours from London? Oh, Dad, that's awesome. I've been to London. I love London. You want to go see the fountains at the Bellagio in Las Vegas? Then do it. Hi, Dee. I've traveled all over the world. I've been just about everywhere. There's a couple. I haven't been to Russia, and I have been to China. I haven't been to Russia. I haven't been to, I don't know, there's still a few places on my bucket list, I guess. You lived in Germany for 3 years? Oh, how awesome is that, Kathy? Oh, Debbie, one of my favorite people on, are you guys into fashion at all? So there's this YouTube artist I love. Now I have to tell you, okay, so everybody has like their little fantasies, things that they want to do. Mine would be to go and sew with her for a day. Okay, I would like to go sew. I would like to go sew with her for a day. And she lives somewhere, she doesn't live that far from London. I can't remember. And her name is Tree, and it's Stitchless TV. Yeah, Carolyn, I've traveled all over the world. I was just trying to think, like, I don't know. So Hadi turns 50. I'm older than him. Can you believe it? He turns 50 and his birthday's in June. And so I thought maybe I would take him somewhere. But I've been every place. He hasn't been that many places. So I said, well, pick where you want to go. And we haven't found anything. Are you singing that song? Susan, you're hilarious. Cheryl, sitting in a cafe in Italy is everything you can imagine. Misty Dawn, you can dream. You can dream. Hi, Therese. Yes, I had seen Eleanor Burns do Quilts in a Day, and I like Eleanor Burns a lot. Okay, I'm liking it so far. I don't know which envelope I like better, but I like, anyway, I'm liking it so far. I need some blank pages, but I don't think I have anything blank around me. Maybe I will just make it a traveler's notebook. Maybe I'll just poke some holes, make a traveler's notebook. Let me just show you some of the, and then I'm wondering if I want to put, I'm definitely going to whitewash it, but I want to, maybe I haven't crackle painted on that. So let me show you guys these cool little things that I made. Let me show you. They're for someone special. And I made a bunch of them. And so I made a bunch. Have you guys watched did you guys watch my soda can video, my making soda can journaling charms video? So I made these because I felt so bad. I've had all this stuff to do and I haven't done it. I just have not been, I don't know. Anyway, so I made these. These are made out of, this is made out of a soda can. And I cut it with a die, with a small die, and no, they're not sharp. Okay, so everybody always asks me that. And I didn't paint them or anything because I thought it was kind of cool that they were just soda can-ish. And then I have a whole spool of this vintage chain that I bought 1 trillion years ago, but it's you know, brass chain, copper chain, I think it's brass. And so then I just used some seed beads. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me see if I can, let me see if I can zoom in. And so, let me find mine. Guys, I have the worst ridiculousness with this zooming thing, so let me see if I can zoom it in. And if you guys can't see, somebody tell me. Okay, wait, and then let me turn on the autofocus for a second. Let me make sure it's in focus before I turn off the autofocus. I'm not a fan of autofocus, but because it jumps around, and I think if I got a better camera setup, it would be better, but I have to work on that. Okay, but I just wanted to so you could see it up close. Let me see. And then I'll zoom back out, but I'll just show you these. Okay, so, I don't know if you can see them, but can you see? I made, my hands look terrible. So I made the jump rings out of seed beads, like little, because I had a whole bag of them. And then I clipped them onto a paper clip, and then I just wire wrapped them onto some sort of a pearl or something that I had, which I don't even, you guys, I have so many things that I've had for so long that I don't even know where they came from. Like, you know what I mean? It could be broken jewelry or whatever. So I made those out of soda cans, and then I made these out of, these are just made out of packaging, out of cereal box packaging. But I painted on them, and then I crackle finished them. I don't know if you can see them very well. Oh, Danina, I hope you feel better. What's addictive, Laura? Sorry, my hands are like so bad. So then I crackle finished them. And then it was just a cereal box, and I painted it like a dark color, and then I put white paint and glue on top, and then I crackle finished it. And then I put a layer of, you know, I think I used, not stickles, oh my gosh, you guys, what is it called? Glossy accents, but you could use them. Oh, my cans, well, I make them all the time. And so I made these, and then I made some other ones, but where did I put them? You guys, I'm like a little ridiculous. So these have to go into the mail. So anyway, so that's what those I made, but they'll be super cute on a journal. So if you made yourself one of these little tiny, or on a planner, right? You made yourself one of these little planners. You could measure yours a little better than I measured mine so that it wouldn't be hanging off so terribly far, but kind of cool, yeah? You can hang them on the back of your planners. Cutting cans is addictive, Laura. I make all kinds of stuff. I made the coolest, oh, what did I do with it? I've been cleaning up and finding like bits and pieces of projects that I had started. Yes, I ran these through my Big Shot. But the thing is, don't use those little tiny thinlet dies. Use the dies like the ones that have like the steel wool dies. Like they work better. You can use the tiny ones, the sizzlets. They're like gray, you know, but the plain just metal ones, I don't know. Maybe you can cut them with just plain metal ones. I haven't done it. I just like cutting them with those other ones. You buy canned stuff for the lips? Oh, I have some cans that I've like saved. And every time the hottie goes to recycling, he goes, can I take these? I'm like, no. So I made those. That's what I've been trying to finish. I have like you guys, I have a project list that's like, I can't even tell you how long it is. But I think it's a cool addition to anything that you're making. I think it's also like a cool gift. If somebody sent you that in the mail, you'd be like, oh, that's so cool. I can put that on my planner. You don't have to make them as long as I made mine. I just have this roll of vintage chain, and I like the way they look. You could do it without the chain, you know. And I just have like all kinds of random beads and stuff that I've had for a long time. Oh, Jamie, you could make them for your soap tags, you know? You could totally make them for your soap tags. I'm gonna unzoom, but I have to find my zooming thing. Let me autofocus for a second so that it focuses, and then turn it off. So that's what I've been up to. And I made those with a punch. You could also use a punch. If you don't have a die cutting machine, cut your cans with a punch. I've cut, see, I had one I made here. Look. Here's one that I made. I made out of a Canada Dry can. And I used, this was a die, though it wasn't a punch. But you can use a punch too. I don't know where the pieces are, though. I was going to make those into like one long earring for a friend, but guys, I'm telling you, I just haven't had the oomph. I haven't had the mojo. Usually, I really have the mojo. I have not had the mojo, you guys. I don't know what has been wrong with me. I have not had the mojo. I have been like mojo-less. I've been exhausted and tired for like who knows why. I will, Cheryl. I did one though. If you guys go back and look at my videos, I think I do have one. I made it like 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago about it. But I'll do another one. I made one making those. I didn't make. I don't know if I did one making them out of paper, but I know I did making out of tin can. And I think it's called like soda can charms or something like that. I think. I don't know. But no, it's. Get a punch and do it out of a punch. I made mine out of a punch. I made them, you can make the tin can thing out of a punch too. If you do it out of a punch though, you need a push pin because you need to poke a hole in them so that you can string them through something. Does that make sense? You need to poke a hole in it. I did make some really cool washi tape over the weekend that I really loved. But I don't even have that over here. Actually, I made it during the week because I had to mail out a package and it needed stuff. And a reason to buy another pair of scissors. Oh, I know, right? You do have to cut the top and bottom off your can, okay? And I will tell you, I've been doing it for so long, I don't cut myself. But if you guys are accident prone, wear a pair of gloves. Get a pair of gardening gloves. Thin gardening gloves will work good. They'll just keep you from cutting your hand when you're cutting the top and bottom off. You clean your cans, cut off the top and bottom, let them dry thoroughly. Then I just cut it into sheets and run it through my die cutting machine. But or use a punch. But the thing is that you don't want to. If you're going to emboss on it, you want to stick paper towels between the. I usually don't emboss the whole sheet, but you can. If you emboss the whole sheet, it doesn't matter. If you emboss any of it, stick 2 paper towels. Stick 1 paper towel under the inside of the embossing folder, and then put your metal pieces, and then stick another paper towel, and then close your embossing folder over it. Because when you run it through your die cutting machine, it can make your tin cans brittle. Yes, a hand punch. But I will tell you that some punches work better than others. You guys were not here when I made it with a circle punch. I'll make them I'll make them on Tuesday. How's that? If you guys want to make it on Tuesday with me, bring a tin can, bring a punch. We'll just make them with a punch. So bring a tin can and a punch of some kind, and you need a push pin. If you do want to run them through an embossing folder, you're going to need to do that prior to it all. And then some beads and wire. I'll make a list. Like a punch like this. You could, this is any kind of a punch. Depending upon what size you want your thing, right? Depending upon what size you want your thing. All right, how many pages do I have in this? Any kind of a punch. Doesn't matter. And this only has 10 pieces in it, so that makes it 20. I need 5 more pieces. I need 5 more pieces. I need 5 more pieces. I may go back and paint these papers blank. I should read them and make sure they're not risque, because you know me and my silly risqueness. My unintentional risqueness. They aren't sharp, Mary Lou. I don't know why, but they aren't. I don't know if the cheap punches work, Laura. Not all punches are the same. I can tell you this. You cannot hurt your punch by using it. It will sharpen your punch. It's just like when you put aluminum foil and stuff through your punch. It won't hurt your punch, right? But if your punches are kind of not good to begin with, I don't know. You guys, I'm not the queen. I'm sort of like, I'm like bohemian, you guys. I just kind of get an idea in my head and I just do it. It's like not, and like most of the time nobody's ever shown me anything. So it's sort of trial and error. So like when I give you guys my tips and tricks, it's usually because I've made so many mistakes that it's ridiculous. That I'm like saying, don't make my mistakes because, why would you want to make the same mistakes I am? Does that make sense? But I am I don't know. I think you have to test it out. Oh, Mary Lou, get me going on making stuff with cans. It's like ridiculous. Hi, Therese. How are you? The cheap ones did work? Oh, good. I don't know. You guys, I honestly, well, Cheryl, do you have a die cutting machine? Use it, run them through a die cutting machine. If I can set my camera up on Tuesday to show you guys with the die cutting machine, I will. You love this stencil? You guys, that stencil was from, oh my gosh, where did I tell you guys it was from? I don't remember. It wasn't expensive. It was cheap. Thanks, Amanda. Grace, I made myself, I will show you guys, I will show you, I have made myself some amazing books. I have made myself some like really cool stuff. I was gonna make an FU journal with you guys, but I'm gonna have to do that when I get myself in my new setup, because I want to show you, I'll show you part of mine. I was gonna make a new one for 2018. You know? Now, if you guys are not like me and like to use all this junk, use plain paper. Use plain paper. Don't, like, just because I like to use trash, you don't have to jump on the trash bandwagon. Okay? Use plain paper. Use what you have. Use what you love. You don't have to, just because I like trash doesn't mean you have to like trash. People, I always get questions from people all the time saying like, what if I don't want to do it that way? Well, then don't. Like, do it the way that works for you. I have to work more organically for myself. And I don't mind the trash thing because I know that I'll go through and I will either glue stuff on these pages or write stuff on these pages or, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not a hard, fast rule. I do have a tin can earring video, and I think I have a tin can journaling charm earring video too. You're making coin envelopes? Oh, I love making those too. Your cans are perfect, Cheryl. Any kind of aluminum can. Kara says only if you drink it first. You guys, it got to be the point where I could make, like, out of a very large... If you guys go back and watch my ridiculous tin can earring video, you'll hear me. I'm telling you that. So how it all happened was, several years ago, you guys, I can't even show you. I was wearing some of the jewelry I made the other day. I'll try to remember to wear something or bring something over here so you can see it. So for a long time, I made really high-end jewelry, you know, and I enjoyed it. I love making high-end jewelry. But most people that come here, they want to spend like very little money on jewelry. They want to buy something handmade, and they want to spend very little. They want to spend very little on it. I was going to cut up this piece. I was going to cut up, this is from our Ben Franklin, our craft store. I was going to cut up a couple of pieces for my journal here, for my little journal. Anyway, most people don't want to spend a lot of money. And so I used to be in an artist group here on the islands, like an artist cooperative. And I would spend hours and hours making really beautiful high-end jewelry. Not all of it was expensive, but, you know, it wasn't like $5. And then the lady then I was in a group with a bunch of people, and then there was a lady in there, and she used to make jewelry out of plastic, like out of plastic water bottles. And I mean, it wasn't particularly creative or great, but she would sell, like, I would go there on the weekend, and you have to go and you have to set up early and you have to do all this stuff, right? It's not just like you go and whatever. It's like, I used to make my kids go with me because I didn't, anyway, I'd make them hang out with me. They'd want to go anyway because they always had food there, you know, like lots of full food at those type of places. Anyway, so the lady that would make these plastic earrings from, and plastic jewelry from soda bottles, she melted it. She painted on it and melted it with a heat gun. I mean, it looked cool, but it wasn't like, I don't know. Anyway, she used to sell like a ton of stuff, whereas I would sit there and I wouldn't. I mean, not all the time, but sometimes when I would have a sale, I would have a really good sale. So it just made me like, I don't know. It made me just rethink my whole thing. And if I was going to sit there all day long doing that and selling stuff that was mine, I wanted it to be, at the very least, I wanted to be worth my while doing it. You know? Does that make sense? So I started making tin can earrings, and I started selling. I can't even tell you. I sold them faster than I could make them. And some of them, at first I was super intricate with them, and I painted on all of them, and I, oh my God, I can't even tell you. I sanded them all, which that's also another thing. It's like trying to sand the color off of your tin cans. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. There's a way you can get if you just want the aluminum look, there's a way that you can get that aluminum look. You can sanding it is ridiculous. They get brittle, then you break them. So I decided to add a couple of pieces of that in my journal. I don't know if I will or not, but we'll see. I'm going to add a couple of those in there. Anyway, so that's how it all started. Okay, and so. Because you guys have to understand, like, if you have to spend a ton of money on supplies, when you make metal work, when you guys see all that handmade in Bali and handmade in Mexico, you guys, handmade jewelry takes a long time to make. It's like, Linda probably can attest to this if she's still here. It's probably like glass. You know, when you do all those, when she makes all her kiln glass beads and her, oh my gosh, lamp work beads. It's not like a minute, you guys, and it's a skill, and it takes a really long time to do it, and it takes a long time to do it well. Well, when nobody wants to pay you for it, when they want to, like, nickel and dime you, and they want to, you know, they want to nickel and dime you, and then they want you to, like, give it to them for nothing, it's like, you guys, I made beach glass jewelry, and I would find the glass. It wasn't like I bought the glass somewhere, and it wasn't tumbled, like, to scour the beaches, dive for it, stuff like that. I'm telling you, ridiculous. And like, say the necklace was, or say the earrings of, I used to sell them. I don't even know if I have any more. If I do, I'll show you a pair. I used to make them from beach glass and from seed pottery, which is my favorite. How many of you guys have ever seen seed pottery? Yes, this is the only craft store we have is Ben Franklin. But like I told you, nothing's inexpensive. Like, if you get whatever thing they have on sale, it's inexpensive. But like, okay, for example, you can buy a jelly plate online for like 20 bucks. The same jelly plate will be $45 at our Ben Franklin. So I don't ever go there. I only go there when I find something I want, and then I go when I have a 40% off coupon. Or if I absolutely need something. Like, I went and I had to buy glue, and it was like, I can't even tell you how expensive it was compared to like, yes, we have a Ben Franklin. This is our craft store. It's the only craft store. I'm going to let this dry and put it in my journal. No, so you love beach glass, so do I. So, hi Clara. You collect seed pottery, Deb? Then you would totally love, okay, so imagine this, Deb. Imagine you who is a C pottery and a C glass collector and that you love it, right? I have my own jelly plate. I'm just giving you that as an example, Laura, how expensive it is. So, no, the charms are not, they're not sharp after being punched. If you think it's a little too sharp for you, get an emery board and you can, we'll do it next week. I'll do it with you guys next week and show you. So you find these pieces of pottery on the beach, and to find any that are kind of halfway close to in color or matching or anything is crazy. And so I would make them, and I made them in sterling silver, sometimes gold, and I'd bezel set them so they, they were beautiful with a piece of sterling silver. And I think I charged $125 a pair of earrings. Now, you guys, I found all the pottery. Probably the metal work for each pair of earrings took me, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours to make the metal work on each pair. I mean, I would make multiples at once, but still, I mean, you have to form it around each pair, you have to make the bezel wire, and then you form it around, and you have to solder it, and then you have to file it, and then you have to tumble it. I mean, whatever. People will come up and say, I'll give you $5. So, yeah, it would make an awesome Christmas tree dangle, Linda. You're absolutely right. Well, if I can find the ones that I was making one earring. I was actually making an ear cuff, and I cut out all these green snowflakes from this can, and I poked holes in them. I don't know where it is, you guys. I told you I haven't been feeling good, and then I was going to move all my stuff, and then just have it with I haven't been feeling the best. So I will show you, I made an ear cuff out of one of these, and it came out really cool, and I hung it on chain. I'll show it to you next week. I'll find it, because I have to mail it out, even though it's after Christmas. It's going to mail it out anyway. And I put all these crazy beads and dangles on it, but they would make really cool Christmas ornaments, Linda, you're right. So that's why, no, they don't have any, you're right, Mary Lou, they don't have any idea of how long it takes, right? No, but the thing is that, Laura, so here I am, like, if you're trying to support your family, right? If you're trying to support yourself and support your family making jewelry, making anything handmade, right? And you know that the supplies cost you, I don't remember what the silver cost me, but say I made it in gold. Gold's crazy expensive, or it is, I don't know what it is now, but for a while it was like $2,000 an ounce. So say it has like, I don't know, $200 worth of gold in it, just for the materials of it, right? And then say it has, I don't know, say it has $200 worth of gold in it, and say it has 2 hours of your time or 4 hours of your time in it, and then somebody wants to pay you less than the actual commodity, less than the actual material fees, you get kind of bummed out. You're just like, forget it. So when I started making those tin can earrings, I didn't care. I mean, I probably put way more work into them than the average person, because that's just my nature. It's like I realized I can't do things. I have to like have a process with it or something. I don't know. I was having a thought about myself the other day in regards to that. It's like, you're like, why can't I feel good just about making something and it looks half-assed? It's just not me, right? And so, I don't know. You guys, I don't know anything. All I know is that that's how it started. That's how I started my ridiculous, making tin can earrings, was because when I see this lady who, I mean, her plastic jewelry, please don't get me wrong, I am not putting down anyone else's project, and not putting down anyone else's process. Your process is your own, and I love the whole thing. I mean, that's the whole part of handmade, right? It's like your process, and it's your thing, and it's your, but when you see somebody that makes, like, you would leave So you'd sit there like 10 or 12 hours, whatever it was, because you had to be there at 6 in the morning, even though the fair didn't open until 9 and whatever, because you set up and you take down and you figure out how much time you spend. And at the end of your day, you're taking home, you've made like $400. And at the end of the day, the lady who made plastic soda can melted, plastic water bottle melted jewelry made $2,000. You kind of go, oh. Hi, Carrie. Big love to you, Carrie. I did see your bargain trim. It was awesome. You got some good stuff. But do you know what I mean? And I'm not putting anyone's, hear me clearly, I'm not putting anyone else's art down, and by me telling you or sharing with you, but that's how I started making soda can earrings. That and the fact that I could make, I can't even remember, at one time I knew, those really large, extra large, you're right, Linda, many times people do come for the ideas. I mean, but you can't do anything about that. Jamie, you got a bargain. Hey, Valerie. You did score. No, Laura. Okay, Laura, I was a jeweler for a really long time. Okay, let me just tell you how that works. Okay, many moons ago, and maybe Linda can share that with you too. Many moons ago, jewelry stores bought your inventory from you outright. When the market had a crash, Linda, when would that be? Because I can't remember right now. Anyway, it was a while back. They started asking you to put everything in their stores on consignment. Even big stores, even stores like Bergdorf Goodman, and I used to sell my jewelry. I'm telling you, I used to sell it everywhere. Play all kinds of places like that. Barney's and Bergdorf Goodman, and anyway, they would make you put the only way they would take your work is on consignment. Or a net 180, or a net, anyway, it's ridiculous. So basically, you're basically giving them a free business loan for their business, right? So, and jewelry stores. So if you think it's bad when you go to stuff like that, in a jewelry store, if they put your work on consignment, most places take 60%. So when you look at the price, and sometimes they mark it up. So say you would normally sell, when you price your work in handmade jewelry, at least, I don't know about you, Linda, but maybe you can pipe in and tell me with glass work, but I can just tell you what you do with metal work. So you would do double your material fees, because those are commodities, right? So if you have $200 worth of gold, you would either do 2 to 2.5 times your material fees, and then you would add your labor. Now I can tell you right here, right now, if you had $200 worth of gold in it, and you doubled your material fees, and you made $400 for your wholesale and your labor, and like say the average pair took you 8 hours, and you didn't even have your labor in there. Do you see what I mean? So how much are you putting in for your labor, right? How much are you willing to pay yourself, for that 8 hours of work? So then that's your price, and then you take it to them, and they mark it up sometimes 3 times or 4 times. So if your wholesale is $300, the retail is more likely to be like $750, to which you get $300. It's a whole racket. I'm not saying, and I had my own store for a while. I did really well when I had my store in New York. My own art gallery. I sold not just my own work, but I sold other people's work. You have to do it for the love of it. I mean, ask Phaedra. She makes amazingly beautiful handmade dolls. Which I really want one, but I just can't justify it right now when I have a bunch of stuff I need to do for my kids. I just need to let it drop for second parts to get in my journal. Oh, I would think that'd be awesome. I mean, cigar boxes are awesome. Yeah, I hear you, Lucinda. Jamie's asking, is there a general rule of thumb for an hourly wage for a crafter making a journal? You know, I don't know, Jamie. I really don't know. I mean, it's all about what you are going to do. So Lynn is giving us her insight, and she runs a business. So she's saying standard retailing is a third cost of the item, a third of cost of the business, and a third to profit. Yeah, so try the third of the cost of the item being your commodity on consignment. It's like, anyway. Trust me, I had years where I did really, really good. And then I had other years where it was just slim pickings. But I'm just only sharing that with you because it wasn't like I woke up one day and said, hey, let me make soda can jewelry. It was like, if I make soda can jewelry and I make it, and if I can give somebody something, they can walk away. If I'm selling it at an art fair and I still have to give a percentage to whatever organization I'm selling with or whatever, if you could come and you can buy a pair of handmade earrings for $12, and all I have is my time into it. Now, granted, who knows how much time I spend on things, because sometimes I get super futzy and I spend too much time on it. And I can sell it, and I can leave at the end of a weekend with like a couple $1,000s, and you leave with a bunch of handmade cool things from Hawaii, right? You're happy with it because you're taking it home as souvenirs, and I'm happy with it. But I'm just saying, like, it took me to be next to this lady who was selling. I think I have one of her pairs of earrings. If I go through my stuff and find them, I'll show them to you. They were beautiful. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know they were melted water bottles. Yeah, I agree with you, Jamie. Good night, Brenda. Big hugs. See you Tuesday. Maybe we'll see you Tuesday. Well, it was even, Lynn, it was even less. It wasn't even like, okay, so say, I know myself. If I'm going to go, I always search out handmade. If I'm going to go on vacation or I'm going to travel anywhere, like when I went to Bogota, I did buy some coffee from someone, okay? But, I mean, I bought it from a big company, from a coffee roaster. I love it. If you guys ever get to Bogota, drink Oma coffee. It's awesome. Spelled O-M-A. But I search out handmade. And I always buy something I love. And it may be in crazy price point. It may be expensive. I love you, Danina. You got to take care of yourself, girl. We're glad you're here with us. But I'm just saying, like, I always buy myself something, and I don't haggle. I never ask for a better deal or a discount. I never do, ever. Because I've been an artist my whole life. I've been an artist my whole life. Yes, mass manufacturing. So come to Hawaii and you will see a million things made in the Philippines and made in China. Oh, big hugs, Brenda. Bring your soda can or your packaging. We'll make them out of soda can and packaging. Because I was feeling so rotten before we started. My shoulder hurt so bad. Last night I had the worst night's sleep ever. The dog, because it was so cold, and my neighbors have decided they're doing a 4 a.m. walking regime. Okay? Thanks, Jamie. You're so sweet. A 4 a.m. Good night, Cheryl. Big love to you. I can imagine you're worn out. Oh no, don't tell me that. Even the Corning Museum of Glasses made in China. Oh no, that makes me so sad. It makes me sad. Anyway, I wasn't even going to come on today, so I'm glad that, because I felt so bad, but I knew that I had made a commitment, and I always keep my word. At least I try to. If I can't, it's because something really bad came up, or I'm really, really sick. But I slept so bad last night because the dog, our neighbors, I don't know if it's our neighbors or if it's their parents or whatever, but they're all walking at like 4 in the morning, and they walk right by. I live sort of on a hill, and so I live like going down the hill, like I'm higher up. So they're walking back up the hill at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the dog decides she's going crazy. And she has been doing it every day, but last night was crazy because the wind was blowing. She must, I don't think she slept at all. In fact, I think she's curled up over there on the couch sleeping as I'm speaking. So my shoulder was so bad last night because of my lack of sleep that today I was in so much pain. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, I needed to get stuff done, and I didn't get anything done. I mean, very little. I missed you guys, so I did. Thanks, Mary Kate. You know, it's going to get better. I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know what it's like when you're in that nauseating pain? Like your stomach is nauseated because you're in so much pain? That's how it was. Okay, I don't have any blank pages, but I'm liking it so far. And I may wait to sew it. I don't know, but I'm liking it so far. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to put some tags in it. I did manage to make a couple of really cool tags that I loved. You guys, I art every day, even when I feel bad. And I may not art in a way that I can show anyone because it may be just like crap, but I try to art every day. But I'm liking this. I'm going to like it when it's done. I don't know what I'm going to do to the front of it, but I'm going to do something. To it. I don't know. And I think I'm going to make some pockets for the inside. Maybe that's what I'll do. But back to the handmade thing. I don't know what you would charge Jamie because I don't know. It's kind of bright and loud, right, Linda? But I'm liking it. And I'm going to make some tabs for it. I don't know if I'm going to cut them by hand or make them with a die. Maybe I'll make a paper clip for it. I could do that. I don't know what you would charge for a journal because I don't know how you would price it. I mean, if you make it just out of trash like me, then I guess you don't have a lot invested in it, but you probably have a lot of your time in it, right? Because unless you're like one of these people that can just whip out, and then you also have to think like, I have a bunch of pockets in here. Yeah, I don't know where my damn needle is. If my damn needle was here, I would just sew the damn thing together. I could have gone to get myself a needle today, guys. But it's with my awl and everything. And I was like, where is it? It's in a box. It's like so stupid. Okay, so here it is so far. The stamped pages. This is just a book page, and I think I'll paint over it. This is going to be the envelope, whether I use this one or I use that other one. But I need to put this one in the center. I need to put this one in the center so that I can fold it up. Okay, and then I love this magazine. If you guys get one of these Wine Spectator magazines, and they're also on Recycle Bank? They also have this on Recycle Bank. The Wine Spectator, it's a huge magazine. It makes the best painty papers, you guys. So if you go over and do Recycle Bank and do the did I say damn? I could have. I'm sorry. If I'm offending you guys, usually I have a worse mouth. Okay, is this the pocket you want to see, Deb? You guys, I do cuss like a sailor. Don't even get me started. I'm always surprised when I don't say a bad word. Okay, it's this pocket right here. It's so easy. That's like one of the easiest pockets ever, one of the easiest things ever. Okay, so all you do is you take your page. Can you see how it's folded? So it's one square, fold it in half, and you fold it again. Then you open it back up and you fold in the corners. Now I glued these down. You don't necessarily have to just because they're newspaper. And then you fold it back up. And then that's it. Susan knows me all too well. Susan knows me all too well. I have a potty mouth. I have a sailor mouth. I do. But I don't do it in front of other people. Well, I guess I do in front of Susan, but I don't care. Your older grandkids laugh when you cuss at a cat. Debbie, if you go, I do have a video in all my millions of videos on YouTube, which I'm going to go through and make a playlist of them. I'm sorry, you guys, I just haven't done it. But I'm going to do that, and when I do that, there's one in there called Pockets for Your Junk Journal, and it shows you a bunch of different ones that I like. And there's a bunch of other ones too, you guys. I mean, please. You would have never guessed, Laura. Oh, please. Oh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Oh, you guys have no idea. You should have heard me talking to Charlie. It was effing Charlie. When she was drinking out of my coffee, you guys, I was so disgusted. I was like so disgusted. I was like, and I could hear the slurping, and I was like, what is it? And she was up. If I showed you where my coffee was, I don't even know how she got to it. Oh my gosh, I'm good though. I try to be good. At least when I'm here on YouTube, I try to be good. I try not to say like bad things because like nobody comes to hear you say bad words. You know? I could make a journaling charm out of those. Those are some. I was going to make one for this journal, but I don't know what I was going to make it out of. Oh, I got some cool wallpaper. That was one thing I did get. The queen of wallpaper, I am. And definitely got the queen of wallpaper stuff going on. And that was some junk mail I cut up. I made some cool tags out of out of the postage box that Scotty sent me. I cut it all up and made a my head can't think. Tags. They don't recycle those boxes, just so you know. They don't recycle those postage boxes. I don't know why. Guys, I'm not the queen of recycling, and I mean, I'm the queen of recycling in my house, but I'm not the queen of recycling. Or why they don't take them, but they don't. And so I cut it up, made some tags out of it. I think they came out good. It is really dense, that cardboard, so it's very hard to, when you paint on it, it's dense. It is dense. Like it soaks up a lot of paint, and it's sort of heavy. So, how's your husband, Lynn? I have my big lace junk journal still here. I have not finished it. Danina, I just couldn't. I have to be into something, you know, and it was like, it's not that I wasn't into it, it's just that's not my style. You never heard your dad, Cass? Yes, my square dancing skirt. You know what, you guys? I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to do a giveaway with that journal. I will finish it, and I will do a giveaway. I will finish her. What did you guys call her? Scarlet. I think Anne named her Scarlet. I think Anne named that journal Scarlet. So I will finish her. I will finish Scarlet. And if Mildred is here, Mildred's always going to ask me about that. That was the journal that had the lace from hell. It did. I bet you were shocked, Lisa. I'd have been shocked too. Oh, he's healing well, Lynn. Oh, that's such good news. I'm totally going to do a giveaway with that journal. That journal is so big. That's like Scarlet the... Anne called her Scarlet. Yeah, she's bright red. I'm going to finish her. I have a pile of stuff to finish, you guys. Don't you guys all have projects that you haven't finished? Don't tell me that you guys don't. I know you do. I know all of you were like me. We all have UFOs. We all have them. which isn't bad. So if you were thinking that you make like all this money as a handmade artist, I honestly, I've been an artist my whole life. I don't think I've ever made like, I mean, when I ran my business, I made a good deal. But the problem is this, is that if you run a business and you have like, and you're representing other artists, which is what you have to do because you can't possibly make enough, you know, inventory to make a living, and then you man your store, then unless you can actually work right there in your store, it's very difficult to keep it replenished. At least that's what I found. So I can't tell you. I say if you have a venue and you're selling your artwork and you enjoy it and you're doing it for the love of it and you're not losing money, then great. I'm not saying that there aren't very successful artists, but I don't know about crafters. You know, I think for everyone it gets to be a little disappointing when you've put all your energy into it and you loved it all up and then somebody wants to pay $5 for it. Yes, the unfinished. I have the land of UFOs in my house too. Hi, Marcy. How are you? You're lurking too? Well, we're happy you're lurking. Lurk away. We're happy to see you. You guys, it's so ridiculous. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You sold your journals for $8 at a craft show? Where is Bet? Is Bet here? How are you, Bet? I love you, Bet. I'm thinking of you. I'm always thinking about you and sending you love. We're hoping you guys are getting through your packing ordealio. Yeah, you're right. You can't get upset about the lack of sales. Oh, then I don't do it anymore. I don't, honestly, I made somebody a wedding ring. It was a fellow artist, and it was like one of the biggest compliments for me. You know, she's an amazing jeweler, and she called and asked me to make her wedding rings, and I made her wedding rings. I do have some clients that come occasionally. But I have to put it out there, you know, and that come and visit, and they always buy. Like, I have one set of clients that come from Alaska, and one year, you guys, my daughter's school tuition was, I don't remember what it was, like one of my out of pocket for my daughter, one of my kids was in college, was like 10 grand or 11 grand, and I was just praying. I was doing my praying, you know. I was like, please. That was what I needed to come up with on top of my regular life, right? And I was like, please, please, I need a little help here. You know, I need a little help here. And this clients that I have, they came from Alaska, and they spent almost the exact amount of my daughter's tuition. I was so grateful. Guys, I was so grateful that I just had them write the check directly to the school. Oh, my polka dot Spanx. I'm not wearing my Spanx, but Marcy, I gave them away. I gave away my spandex pajamas. Good night, Care. Love you. We'll include you in the woo-woo. If we do woo-woo in a little bit, I'll include you. I always include all of you guys. Guys, I do every single day. I include you all. You're back, Carrie. Awesome. Were you weren't here, Tracy, for my polka dot spandex story? About how Hottie bought me some pajamas. Like, this is like, okay, how many years ago was it? My daughter was about, it has to be at least 5 years ago. Because my littlest one was about 5 or 6 at the time. And he asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said pajamas, because I love pajamas, you guys. And he bought me these pajamas, and I told him 100% cotton, and he bought me spandex. He bought me cotton lycra blend, and they were pink. They were like Pepto-Bismol pink, and they had little tiny black polka dots on them, you guys. I was telling them, I never laughed so hard in my entire life, and I looked like a sausage, and I never take pictures of myself. I really, you know how like there's some people who, that's why this whole selfie thing is like too much for me. Okay, Jamie, I always include you. I will always include you. Um, you're looking for Nana, a kangaroo onesie. Oh my gosh, you guys are so crazy. Are you leaving us, Jillian? You're working and you're lurking and working. Oh my God, they were so. You guys, if you could have seen them, maybe my sister. I looked on my phone because I was like, because it was I took a picture on my phone. It used to be on my computer, but he backed up everything, and they're not there now. I don't know. I asked my sister if she could look through and find them for me. See if she could find that picture. You guys would laugh until you cried. I looked like a sausage. I looked like a sausage. It was so funny. I cried so hard. I laughed so hard. I mean, cried so hard, laughed so hard I cried. I wasn't crying because, you guys, you know, he tried. So this year he asked me what I wanted. I told him pajamas, and then I had forgotten all about the polka dot things. And he was like, okay, well, you have to buy them. He goes, I'll buy them. I'll pay for them, but you have to go with me to pick them out. Do you like it? My hot pink journal? Well, I'm thinking I'm going to put these, may put some sort of something else on. I'm going to put these purple paper clips on it. Maybe I'll put some of these on it. I don't know. I need to, it's bright pink for sure, and it has a bunch of stuff in it. But, you know, I wanted to make it with you guys because so many times people send me messages and say, make a journal with us. I'm sorry I didn't sew it together. I can sew it together with you on Tuesday because by then I'll either have gone to buy myself a needle or I will have found my box that has all my needle in it. But so many people, I think they think making a journal is like something beyond them. And, you know, I know some of you guys like to do, monthly things, and it's fun. Oh, big hugs, Marcy. We love you. Big hugs. Night, Jillian. Helen said she paid $35 for a journal at a craft show. This is quilted fabric. Awesome. You know, I think all artists know that whenever they sell art, people try to copy it. Good night, Mary Lou. Are you leaving us too? Okay, who wants woo-woo? If you guys don't want woo-woo, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't want you to ever feel like you have to have woo-woo. I woo-woo myself all day, every day, anyway. I woo-woo myself all the time. If you want us to, whoever wants woo-woo, let me know. Bet I love you. Yay, Bet! Carrie says she needs woo-woo. I think it's impossible to directly comment. I don't own a Marcy. If I did, I would totally no. Because you know what? The thing is that we moved. We left for like a short period of time. I was running a big company, and I got transferred to Las Vegas. So when I left all my, I didn't take it because I didn't wear them. They were so tight, you guys, and he was going to take them back, and he never did. I think he felt embarrassed. And I didn't wear them. I think they still had the tags on them. Because I couldn't wear them. They were like, first of all, the last thing you need is to be going through that time of your life when you're having hot flashes and then wear lycra, cotton lycra pajamas. Good night, Lucinda. You have a wonderful weekend. And I hope you are feeling better, and we always love you and send you lots of love. Okay, we'll do some woo-woo. So I'll tell you what's been going on with me, and then you guys can tell me what's going on with you. So right now we're going through, this is going to get a little out there for some of you. And, you know, I'm just going to say a precursor to all this. You know, you guys have been like this my whole life, okay? I should have made them into a journal cover. That would have been hilarious. Then I could have really auctioned off I could have, then you guys would have had a real laugh. I don't have them anymore. I don't. I know I don't, because I cleaned out my closet. Remember when we first started doing this calamari, whenever, way back when Susan was like asking if what was calamari? I had cleaned out my closet, so I don't have any of it. So I want to talk about the energies that are going on right now. So 2018 is, who's leaving? Are you leaving the night? Lucinda, you're not leaving, Trace. You're staying for the woo-woo, aren't you? You're in your I am video. You're not leaving, Nana, are you? Are you leaving, Liz? It was very sweet of him to Nina. So right now, if you guys are going through, right now, this is the year of purification. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but that's what's going on. So how do you handle it? It's the year of, you're not going to be able to hold on to the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. You're addicted to making hidden paper clips. I like them too. So I'll send you some woo-woo, Trace, if you're leaving. So you're not going to be able to do things. Oh, good. We can't get rid of you. I love you. You're not going to be able to. So if you're always a person that puts yourself on the back burner, what's going to happen is everything's going to come up in your life to push you to the front. You're going to get fed up with being put on the back burner. People are going to forget about you. Your feelings are going to get hurt. You know, all the crap that you need to let go to stand up and be in your own divine skin is going to happen. Take it from me, sisters. It's been going on for me. I thought I would tell you guys what was going on, but I'm going to give myself a few more weeks, okay? It's been going on for me now, going on 2 years. 2 years, maybe 2.5 now. So we are coming into a new age, and it's for the earth and for us as the earth's inhabitants. And that's why it's so important that when you do any type of work, whether you do the woo-woo with me or you just do your own meditation, to ground yourself into the energy of the earth. It's also equally important to put yourself and your energy into the cosmos as well. And that's why when I tell you to put your tree roots deep into the earth and put your tree roots into the central sun, it's because you need to be in balance. And the only way to be in balance, hear me clearly, girls, is to be connected to the heavenly part of you, the angelic realm part of you, and to be connected into the earthly part of you. Because we are really angelic beings in a human body, okay? Or in some philosophies, they will say we are God in human form. We just don't know it yet. We haven't allowed ourselves to step into our own divinity to become the exact replica of the divine, right? Good night, Helen. I hope you sleep well. So this year, whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to be testing you. It's going to be testing you to step into yourself. Now you can make a choice. You can step into yourself with love and grace and joy and fun, or you can step into yourself, you can be dragged into yourself. Okay? So it happens no matter what. It's going to happen whether you believe me or whether you don't believe me. It's going to happen whether you don't do the woo-woo or you do the woo-woo. The pluses and minus. You're crazy, Marzi. I will tell you the pluses to doing the woo-woo, even if you don't do it with me and you do it on your own. When you allow yourself to anchor into the earth and to bring that energy through your body and anchor into the heavens and bring that energy through your body, what happens is you're sort of plugging yourself in to, you're plugging yourself into your higher energy. The crap is still going to come. I'm sorry, Marcy, that's awful that's happening to you. You're plugging yourself into your better self. You know, when you think about an athlete and they train for like a marathon or they train for whatever they're doing, right? They're a marathon athlete, they're training, they're running. The marathon's going to happen, right? It's not the end result, it's the journey to get there. How well you are, how well you've been working out is how well you're going to see through and have stamina to the end. Well, the same thing is true of the bigger part of you. Okay? So the more you allow yourself to exercise being in direct connection with you and your higher self, hear me one more time. The more you allow yourself and the consistent opportunity to be in direct connection with you, okay, you and your higher self, be in alignment with yourself, the easier it will be to handle all of the things that happen. It doesn't mean the things are going to stop happening. It's just the nature of human. But it means that instead of getting all stressed out and all freaked out and all whatever, you'll be able to handle it. You know, it means like there's no curveball going to be thrown your way. Okay, you'll be able to handle it and stand up and do your best. All right, so I just wanted to tell you. So for those of you that are, because I've gotten some messages. Thanks, Danina. You know, I've gotten some messages from some of you guys, and some of you are going through some really hard stuff. And I want you to know I'm here for you, okay? And I want you to know that we have to be here for each other. Forget crafting. I mean, yes, I love hanging out with you guys and making my ridiculous crafting things out of trash. I love being with you. You're my friends. You're my peeps. Sometimes you're the only people I talk to in a day, you know, and I know that I'm basically talking to myself, but you know what I'm saying. But no, you're not alone on this journey. Know that we are all here for each other. You know what, you guys? It is time. You do your own woo-woo. You have to do your own woo-woo. Your daughter would like it. Hi, Lynn. Oh, you love me, Lynn. I love you too. You guys, I'm here for you. I am. I'm here for myself too, and I'm having my own hard time. Trust me. In a couple of weeks, hopefully I'll be able to be to a space to tell you what I've really been going through. And then you'll be like, oh my God, like that's ridiculous, right? Or maybe you won't, or maybe I'll be over it and I won't feel like I need to say anything to anyone. Most of the time, that's how I like it. I like that I can just go through it and not. But I do feel better. I do feel better being able to weather my own storms, weather my own energy, and all the things that come along. So you're not alone. Know that. We have a community with each other. Reach out. Ask for help. Ask for what you need. You know? What's my take on empaths? Well, I'm an empath, Clara. What's my take on empaths? Well, women in general nature are empathic. You have to be. You're the creator. You're creation energy. You're the creator. Okay? We deny it in ourselves. But you have to protect yourself because not everything is you. Haven't you ever been around somebody that just has the worst attitude ever and you're just like, you feel like it creeps you out or you feel sick when you leave? Your energy is your most prized commodity. Don't take it where it's going to be stomped on. Yes, women are all empathic. When you're creation energy, think about it. Think about how, you know how your kids would say you have eyes in the back of your head because you could see and know what they do? What do you think that is? We just haven't shut it off. You can't shut off that empathic nature in order to be creation energy. Right? we are all empaths. We are all intuitive. We're all empathic. We are all, you know, all of it. So let's do the woo-woo, and then you guys can ask me anything you want. So tonight I want you to put your intention, include anyone you'd like to include in your woo-woo. Think of them now. You only have to think of them once. Know that it is their right to not have it. Some people make a choice that they're going to go through and learn their life lessons in the hardest, most difficult way, and that is their choice. And some, you have the choice at any moment to say, I'm willing to learn my lessons, but I would like them to come easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. Easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. That's a great analogy, Trace. It's a great analogy. You are your own teacher. You are your own guru. You are your own, you are that you're seeking. You are it. You are it. I love you, Carrie. I work on you every single day. I know I may not message you every day, but I work on you every single day. I work on myself every day, and I include you ladies in my work. When I'm asking you to bring someone to mind, I include all of you. And I know you're going through a hard time, Carrie. And I know that there's quite a few of our mamas that are having a hard time, that have lost someone that they love, and they don't know why. Right? You know, I include you. I include you. I always do. And I include you, Danina, even when I don't see you, because I know you're going through a hard time. I could tune in and tell you all how you are, but like, I live in my own crap too, you guys. I have my own junk. You know, I have my own junk. I'm here having my own human experience. And I have my own junk. That's why today when I was like, oh, my shoulder's killing me and I have this nauseous, sick to my stomach pain in my body, and I'm like, I gotta get up. I just gotta get up. I gotta keep going. And I made myself come, even though I was like, I'd rather just take a nap, but I didn't. All right, let's get started. Now, it's super important, and if you guys don't practice anything that I've taught you except or shared with you, you know, this is stuff you all know anyway, okay? I'm not teaching you anything. It's stuff you already know. Your higher self already knows it. Sometimes we just forget. If you don't do anything or try anything, remember to connect, talk to your energy, breathe in and feel your energy, your column of light, and anchor it deep into the earth and anchor it deep into the central sun. Okay? Because that, I can tell you right here, when your energy is anchored in the earth and it's anchored into the central sun, into the angelic realm of the central sun, what happens is you're creating a flow. Okay? You're creating a flow. And I always tell you guys, think about a figure 8. I always say, because I don't even have any clean paper on my desk. This is how my life rolls. I always say to you, see at the very end, this is you, this is you. So this is your heart, and this is the heart of heaven, and this is the heart of earth, and then you're anchored down here, and you're anchored down here, right? And your column of light. The column of light is right here, right? Your column of light. Make sure your column of light is anchored. Make sure you see your roots growing out like oak roots. Make sure you see your roots. Make sure your roots are up here too, anchored into the heavens. Because what happens is, when you're anchored in the earth, and you're anchored in the heavens, love you, Dee. I'll take you on the journey. Don't worry, you're not going to be left out. When you're anchored here and here and your energy is flowing, you can't get stuck. And when you can't get stuck, you can handle anything. When you can't get stuck, you can handle anything. Anything. Okay? No, I'm fine. I just got that postnasal drip. She's going to woo-woo with the lights off, Trace, because she goes to sleep, and that's fine. But I'm just letting you guys know. If you fall asleep, it's good. You still get the energy. You still receive what you need. If you stay awake, you still receive what you need. You guys, sometimes in the middle of it, I forget where I am because the energy's pouring through me because I've allowed myself to be open. You guys can do the same thing. That's why you feel it. And when I tell you to exhale and release, give yourself permission to let go. You don't even need to know what you're releasing. Let it go. Just let it go. If it's not working for you, let it go. And you don't even need to know if it's not working for you because guess what? We're not in charge anyway. The divine knows what you need to let go of. The higher part of you knows what you need to let go of. Sometimes our minds and our body personalities just take a while to catch up. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Let's get started. Now, all you need to do is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. That's all you need to do. And include anyone you'd like to include in the energy work. I want you to think about them now. Just take a minute, and it can be a friend. They can be in a human body or in a spirit body. They can be your pet, your friends, your neighbors. It can be somebody you have a conflict with. They can be anybody. And you can also include your home. You can include, and you only have to think about them once. And you can include your home. I advise you to include your home because your home should need the loving energy, should need the energy of love. Your home should need the energy of love. I invite you to, if you drive a lot, if you're in your car all the time, include your car. Your car needs that boost of love. Include your pets. Definitely include your pets. I include mine. In fact, I'm going to grab Charlie because she wants to come over here and I have too much stuff between me and her. And I don't want her to bark. Come here, pups. Stop. 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 Sit. Sit. Charlie, sit. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. You're a good, good girl. You're my best girl. I'm going to hold on to her because she'll come over here and whine anyway. She has been lately. Include anybody you'd like to include in, knowing that their higher self can choose whether they want to participate or not. It's like sending somebody love, right? You can send somebody love, and if they want to receive it, they receive it. And if they don't want to receive it, they don't receive it. In fact, I always advise you to include somebody that maybe you don't have a 100% positive relationship with, because you can see a real transformation when you do. You can see a tremendous transformation when you include people, especially ones that you may not have, especially ones that you may have issues with. Okay, let's get started. All you need to do is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. See yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the top. And when you look down, you can't see the bottom. This is your column of light. It belongs to you. Allow your column of light with every inhale and every exhale to get brighter, brighter, and even brighter. Allow your column of light. Just think the heart of the earth. And allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the heart of the earth. And when your column of light has easily and effortlessly and enjoyably reached there, allow your column of light to grow tree roots. Allow your column of light with every inhale and every exhale to root itself deeper and deeper and even deeper into the earth. Let's invite the beautiful energy of the earth, and I see this energy like gold light, to fill our column of light and fountain out the top of our head. This beautiful gold earth energy mixes with our own light to form our unique soul signature. Ready? Breathe in, receive this beautiful gold energy. Feel it filling your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine. Feel it filling your lower abdomen. Feel it filling your waist. Feel it rising up and filling your chest and heart completely. And feel it filling your throat, the back of your neck, your face, and your head, and fountaining out the top of your head. Take a moment and enjoy your connection to the earth. Allow your attention to focus on your column of light above your head. Just think to yourself, heart of the central sun, and your column of light will be right there. Allow your column of light to grow tree roots just like the ones into the heart of the earth, into this beautiful angelic realm of the central sun. With every breath, your column of light anchors itself deeper and deeper into the heart of the earth and the heart of the central sun. Allow yourself to enjoy the energy from this angelic realm of the central sun. I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see, feel, think, or know this energy any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful energy pouring in through the top of your head, mixing with your light and the earth energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your face and head completely, your neck and throat completely, your shoulders, and out your arms and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back and every vertebra of your spine, your waist, your lower abdomen, and feel it pooling in the base of your spine. And feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, out the bottom of your feet and expelling any excess deep into the heart of the earth. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. I'd like us to focus on the base of our spine and our first energy center, this big ball of light that resides there. On the inhale, I want you to breathe in and receive beautiful love and peace into your body personality, divine love and divine peace. And on the exhale, I want you to let go of anything that doesn't work for you and you don't even need to know what it is. Ready? Breathe in, receive this energy now, and let go of anything else. Breathe in now, and let go of anything else. Breathe in now, release anything else. One more time. Allow your attention to focus on your lower abdomen. Receive divine peace and divine love here. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive and love. And release anything else. Receive and love. And release anything else. One more time. And one more time. Allow your attention to rise to your waist, to your solar plexus. Breathe in and receive divine love and divine peace here. And on the exhale, give yourself permission to let go of anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Breathe in, receive and love, and let go. Receive and love, and release whatever's not working. Receive and love. Release anything else. And one more time, focusing on your solar plexus, receive and love, and release anything else. Allow your attention to rise to your heart. Breathe in and receive in love. And on the exhale, release anything else. Receive in love. And let go of anything else. Receive in love. Release anything else. Receive divine love and divine peace right here in your heart center. Allow your attention to rise to your throat. Breathe in and receive divine peace and divine love in this energy center. And on the exhale, just let go. Release anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. And one last time, receive fully and completely in your throat center, in your fifth energy center. Receive in love, receive divine love and divine peace. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer works for you. Allow your attention to rise up to your sixth energy center, which is located in the center of your head, between your eyes, center of your forehead. Breathe in and receive divine love and divine peace now. And let go of anything else. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Receive fully and completely. Receive in love and release in love. Allow your attention to focus on the top of your head. Receive fully and completely divine love and divine peace. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. One more time. Receive fully and completely. Receive in love and release in love. Allow your attention to go one step further, 1 foot above your head. Breathe in and receive in love. I want you to put your attention to the highest point where your roots of light are above your head, the heart of the central sun. And also put your attention down below your feet into the heart of the earth. Breathe in and receive peace and love. And on the exhale, release anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Breathe in, receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. And one more time. Breathe in, focusing on your root lights in the heart of the central sun and into the earth. And feel this beautiful light flowing through both ends. Ready? Breathe in and receive it all. I'd like you to focus on your heart. I'd like you to give yourself permission to start living your heart's desires, whatever that is for you. Your higher self knows. Give your body personality permission to start living your heart's desire. On the inhale, breathe in and receive this, and on the exhale, release anything that keeps you from doing exactly that. Ready? Breathe in, focusing on your heart, receive in love, and release in love. 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 I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol standing straight up and down like a figure eight. Breathe in and receive the love from the divine. And on the exhale, give back the love to the divine. Feel it crossing from the highest point of light through your heart, deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. One more time, receive fully and completely the love of the divine and give back the love to the divine. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. guys feel free to share anything you want to share, talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm right here, Carrie. You okay? Please share how you're feeling. It always helps other people because we all don't experience things the same way. We all receive the same thing, but we don't experience it the same way. Oh, Carrie, I'm so glad. No, you guys come back and listen to this over and over. You receive it. The energy is always there. It doesn't go anywhere. You're welcome, Laura. You're too zoned out to type. Oh, I get that way myself. Hey, Deb. I love you, Carrie. Oh, Trace, I'm so glad. Just let it go. Just let it go. You know, we have held on to eons and eons and eons of energy like this. I love you too, Danita. We've held on to so much stress, especially being women, you know, for our kids, for the planet, for the world. And it's time to step in and be you and have everything that you need and desire and require and more. I love you girls so much. You have no idea how much I love you. Trace, just let it go, you know, just let it go. If you need to cry, cry. Yeah, I felt like a big, heavy burden lifted off too. I love you, Linda. Danina, we all do. And we don't even need to go. We don't even need to know what we're letting go of. Oh, Carrie, I'm so happy for you. That's so awesome. Yes, you do need to celebrate his life. You do. He was a gift. And he hasn't gone anywhere. Even though his body personality is not here, he's still here with all of us. We're just finishing some woo-woo, but you can always go back and listen anytime, Deb. But we're just chatting. You're welcome to chat and talk and say and tell us what's going on with you. Carrie, we really are here for you. I hope you know that. Girls, be here for each other. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to take on what somebody else is suffering, but by being here and being present, it's just honoring where they are and what they're going through. Love you, Trace. Yeah, let it go. Just let it go. Hot bath sounds good to me, too. My ridiculous shoulder. I love you too, Lisa. I'm so glad you're here with us. Carrie, I hope you can feel how much we all love you. We really do. I hope you girls know how much I love you, each and every one of you. We love you too, Pat. We know you're listening too. Your daughter has the flu. Oh no, Deb. Take good care of her. It's awful. This flu has been kind of a butt kicker flu. I never get sick, and I've been like, have my own butt kicked with it.
You girls are the light of the world. Allow your light to shine, and it doesn't matter if you're not feeling it. Your light is so bright, it is contagious. The light and love you are is so bright, it is contagious. Be the light of the world. Be who you are. Allow yourself to step into your divinity. Allow yourself to step into your power. We know you are, Carrie, and we know how much you support us all, and we appreciate it. But we want you to know that we're there for you, no matter what. Like even Charlie came in on the woo-woo. Charlie had to be on the woo-woo. Deb, that is such good news that you got your, yes, I'm happy she's home. Oh, Clara, that's so awesome. Oh, Linda, well, I'm glad you're telling me because I'm telling you, I have gone through 2 huge things of Chinese herbs and usually like 2 doses or 3 doses and I'm done and it's still kicking my butt. Oh, Lisa, that's so good. Lisa, I think they tried to send you cards too, and I think your cards were returned. So you might want to go over to the Facebook group and look up at the card swap and see if you can see. Oh, Danina, you're awesome. Linda, I hope you feel so much better. Deb, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. All right, my lovelies. On Tuesday, we will. I'll make those. We'll do those tin can and make those tin can charms, and hopefully I'll finish my journal. I'll bring it in, finish it, or maybe I'll finish it tomorrow. And you know, we'll hang out together on Tuesday and make those. And if you don't want to make it with tin cans, make it with. If you don't want to make it with, you know, soda cans or any type of can, beer can, doesn't matter what kind of can you make it with. Make it with paper. You can make it with paper as well. So for those of you that don't have any metal cans, you can make it with paper. So what you'd need if you wanted to do it and you're going to make it in paper, bring like a cereal box, some sort of either your painty papers or paint them. Well, we can do both, painty papers and paint them. You need a hole punch if you're going to do it, or a push pin if you're going to do it on paper. And if you're making it with a tin can, you need a push pin so you can put a hole in it. You need either a punch or your die cutting machine. If you want to emboss it, you would need an embossing folder, and you just need whatever kind of beads you're going to do it. Charlie is zen. Charlie is sitting here. She's being good. Linda, the next time we get together and we do this, put your illness in the woo-woo too. You guys, consciously when we're clearing, Charlie, you're okay. Well, our neighbor's dogs are gonna bark, so she's starting to. Charlie is. She's been, guys. She's missing the babe so much. She's missing my girl. You guys, put your conditions in. The next time we do it, put your conditions in to be released. You know, put it all in. All of it's energy. Energy is what it is. You know, everything is energy. You guys, she wants to crawl on my shoulder. I wish you could see her. She's like a bird. She sits on my shoulder. She drives me a little bit crazy, this dog. And she won't be away from me. It's like I go to the bathroom and she sits outside the door. It's so silly. She is like a baby. She's a baby pup.
She's the best. Are you my best girl? Are you my best girl? She is a little woo-wooed out. She gets woo-woo too, you guys. She always gets the woo-woo. She's like with me. If I try to meditate, she sits right in my lap. She's like my meditating buddy. She's like, she went from mistreated pup to the most loved dog ever, right? She went from mistreated pup to the most loved dog ever. She's such a sweet girl. Are you my best girl? She is my puppin. He's my puppin. He's my pup. He's my puppin. What are you doing, pup? Did you do the woo-woo? Did you craft? You guys, yesterday she was so upset with me because I was like trying to move my stuff around and going through boxes and stuff. She was barking at me. Like, finally she came and sat in the chair where I craft behind my table, and she sat here. I guess she thought if she, good night, Clara. I guess she, yeah, she is a white dog. She's a little terrier. I don't know if she'll stand on my thing so you guys can really see her. She thinks there's food up here, but there is no food. Good night, Clara. I don't know if you can see her. Maybe when I get my new setup, you'll be able to see her better. Can you say hi to everyone? You can't say hi? You can act like you're shaking? You're not shaking. No, you're shaking. She's a sweet girl. She's got some spots like a little terrier. She's like a whippet. Oh, I love you, girls. I'll see you on Tuesday. But you guys would have laughed so hard. She was like sitting in my crafting chair barking at me, wanting me to come sit down. I guess she thought if she sat in my crafting chair, I'd eventually come and sit down in it. You have a cat that meditates with you every day. It's guaranteed lap time. Oh my gosh. I love you, girls. Deb, I'm so happy for you. Woohoo! We're celebrating. We went from stressed out to peace and calm. That's awesome, Danina. You guys come back and listen to it anytime. It'll always still be there. And you can always find me on Facebook. I love you, girls. I will see you on Tuesday. I will see you on Tuesday. I will see you then. Say aloha, Charlie. Good night. Good night, you guys. Sleep well. I hope you have a wonderful night. And maybe I'll see you at Carla's on Sunday. Don't forget, she does her Football Widows at 2 o'clock on Sunday Eastern. All right. Bye, ladies. Love you. Aloha.